All right, the channel is live. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Adventure on so many levels. We're going to play some Dungeons and Dragons.
Woohoo!
Yeah, yeah.
I'm Christiana Ellis, and I am the Dungeon Master. We are down a player tonight, so we are playing a one shot with a different cast of characters, though characters we have met before. Um, we have Paul playing Atwater Firebane,
Yo.
Mark playing Vec,
Hello, folks.
and Starla Hutchton not playing Ronnie because I didn't do the title, the caption right. I'm panicking. What's her name?
I'm Valen.
Valen.
Alyn.
There
Valen.
we go.
Just here.
Caption fixed. So these characters are adventurers in Villa Nocta in the same world that our main campaign takes place in. We've had some adventures with them before, but we are jumping ahead in time somewhat for them. They're all level 5 now, and they have 5 punches on their little adventurer card. But here's the setup: is that as you have become slightly more experienced as adventurers, and you know what you're doing a little bit more, you've made a few more contacts. The last time you came through town, there was one of your adventurer colleagues, a goblin, who by the name of Toblob, was trying to recruit people for just taking out a band of goblin bandits. And his reason for that was that there'd been a coup on this old band of goblins had been kind of a nuisance for holding up people on the road and that sort of thing. But he said that the person who is taken over is more vicious, and you need to do something about it before it gets worse. But for one reason or another, in fact, I'm going to ask you to tell me what the reason was. You decided that you wanted to take some other job instead of that. Yeah.
Well, I
Hmm.
don't think I was there for the Goblin Bandits, so maybe I was off finding this other job.
Well, so this is not an adventure we actually played. I'm
Right,
describing
right, right.
new information.
Okay. Well, we could always go back to the old the druid, the archdruid requested something.
Sure. Well, part of this table talk is table setting to make you feel guilty because he's in trouble now.
Hmm.
So for some reason, you didn't listen to him, and you didn't think his offer sounded like a very exciting job, and so didn't offer to help.
Yeah, we were going to like we had a vacation scheduled. We had a vacation house rented that we would lose our deposit
Oh yeah.
on.
Yeah.
And so like we were going to the beach and for some well needed rest and recuperation. Um, you spend too long in a desert, it just dries you out, and all that dryness is yucky. You need to spend some time being wet and just, rolling in the sand and the surf.
Well, maybe not wet, but steamy.
That works too.
So in any case, you turned him down, and he was disappointed. But you went on your retreat. But now, coming back into town, you're ready for a new job. You're starting to kind of like look at the board postings, like what's available, right? But storming into the square where you're going to look at this bulletin board is Morba, Toblob's mother, who you've met on a couple of occasions because she is also an ex-adventurer, and she has opinions about adventuring. and she stomps up to all of you and just says, "Hey, I know the three of you didn't listen to Toblob when he told you that those bandits needed to be dealt with. And now he's kidnapped by them. So what are you going to do about it, huh?"
Hmm. Kidnapped.
Kidnapped. Oh,
what is,
well, we absolutely have to go save him then because it's very rude of us. I'm so sorry.
Well, gosh, I kind of expected a little more pushback than that. I appreciate your immediate acquiescence to my request.
Well, look, madam, it's important for everyone, adventurers included, to take a little bit of time for themselves. In recent events, both of us, or some of us, have died. We got better. But it does take a bit out of the spirit, you see. And we're very sad that Toblob couldn't find some other excellent adventurers to take up his plans. Now, of course, there is a matter of how we might sustain ourselves. Yes, of course, we'll take up the matter of finding Toblob and rescuing him, but
I know. So, listen, I can offer you a potion of gaseous form if you rescue Toblob. And then, obviously, this is a gang of bandits that are robbing and now murdering people on the road. So they probably have a bunch of stuff. So if you take them out, you could probably take a bunch of their stuff, although their stuff is all stolen. So, obviously do with what you want with that. That's none of my business. Just bring back Toblob.
now, was there a particular reason why Toblob was taken? Besides, of course, he's advocating against the gang.
I mean, that was pretty much the reason.
All right.
Now, I mean, he's right that this gang of goblins is giving goblins a bad name here in Villanocta. I mean, after all the progress that goblins have made in modern society, to have a gang of goblins resort to just robbing people on the road, it's regressive, is what it is. Plus, they're killing
Maybe-
people and stealing their stuff, which is also like not good in an entirely separate way.
Maybe there's a spark of hope here. If they've kidnapped him rather than just out-killed him, maybe there's a chance they can be reformed, or at least taught a lesson.
Well, I mean, as long as you bring him back. I have the sense that he wouldn't have started recruiting adventurers to take them out if he thought that talking to them would do any good. But I'm not going to stop you from trying. You know what? I wouldn't be surprised if some of them are more or less good boys who've just been misled. But boy, that leader they've got now, she is a piece of work. Nasty woman, horrible.
Would you happen to know the general vicinity of where they're at? That would be helpful.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean the road, their territory where they are attacking people is up on the high road. I think you make your way that way, and I'm guessing you'll be ambushed.
Right.
It's one of those things that Villanocta security forces would probably have taken them out if they were in our territory, but because they're in the Imperial territory, but close to us, it's like it's a whole thing.
Right.
So this is where we come in then. I guess since the Imperial forces don't want to get off their butts and do anything about it.
Is that a new voice? I like it.
Yeah. You try a few things on.
The beach was good for my friend. He found himself.
The water was wonderful. All the waters were wonderful. I tried all of the waters. There's lots of different waters.
That's great. So, TikTok.
Which way are we going?
High road. You know where that is.
All right.
So,
We'll take the high road.
Just one last thing, though, is that, like I said, this Bargnot woman, I believe she has taken over the gang, and she is responsible for their new, more violent direction. I would definitely, kind of like, like I just say it plainly, kill her, like with extreme prejudice. She is like a bad lady.
Well, once you cut off
All
the
right.
head, most animals die.
Well, yeah, in my experience, unless it's a Hydra.
There are exceptions. But you know what's good for Hydra? Fire.
Sure. Oh yeah, no, okay, I get it. Haha, because you're a fire genasi. I get it.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're gonna rescue my son or what?
That's the plan.
All right.
Yeah.
High adventure, rescue, lots of danger,
We'll take
kill a bunch of people, and take their stuff. For righteousness.
All right.
and after we're done, we'll bring your son back. We'll be happy to take that potion of gaseous form as the payment there for
Sure.
getting us started down this road.
All right. So to hustle everybody along, you're on the road now. You've been marching up and down the road in the territory that you're expecting this all to happen, waiting to try to get ambushed. Um, tell me how you are proceeding along the road.
I actually have an idea. So I'm thinking bait, right? Because, like, three obvious adventurers is, well, obvious. So what if we, I don't know, like, not separate, but, like, just have one of us just, like, go down the road, maybe just whistle and then, act casual. And meanwhile, the other two are, like, creeping off in the underbrush and getting ready for when the ambush happens. So we need a plan.
That sounds like a fine idea. So are you
Sounds
going
like
to dress up for this or what?
Kind of look down at myself as what's wrong with what I'm wearing?
Well, nothing's wrong with what you're wearing, sweetheart, but if you want to attract the bad guys, you've got to look your best. Your richest, specifically.
Hmm.
We could add a few bangles here, a nicer
Ooh, I like
cloak.
that.
Maybe we get you some rings that might shine quite lightly.
Cut to an
Mm.
elaborate clothes buying montage. There's the whole sequence of Valen coming in and out of the dressing room with different outfits, and everyone's still shaking their head until there's just the right one, and everyone's like, "Yeah, yeah." All right, now we're back on the road.
Flashback to montage. All right.
We have a map and an adventure
Yep, that's
module and
true.
everything. I'm
That's
trying
true.
to move us along. That's all right. I ordinarily would be just fine indulging all of that, but I would like us to get to the adventure part today.
all right.
But I love a good dress up montage.
Yes, the
So,
fashion police have arrived.
in theory, I could cast invisibility on one of you. Want to be really sneaky? Maybe scout ahead?
How sneaky are you, Atwater?
Yeah, I'm checking that right now. Hold on. I'm looking and oh no. Your accent is infecting me.
It's even the wrong accent. I can't seem to find the right one at the moment, but
No. Stealth ain't good. No. No.
well, my flaming good looks will keep me secret. So if you're going to cast it, I'd say on our watery friend.
I can just stay back a little bit. Maybe they won't have a little bit of a klutz. I make a lot of noise when I walk.
Hmm. Well, then maybe invisibility won't help. Hmm. I do have pass without a trace.
I mean, the idea here is to draw out an ambush, so
Right. Okay, well, should we just go about our business then?
Yep.
We'll keep our eyes out. At the first sign of trouble, blow this whistle.
All right. So are you proceeding with the plan of Valen walking ahead and the other two of you kind of trailing?
Well, if we're not gonna do like the sneakiness,
I mean,
what
you
if
can. I'm not
like
trying
they're
to talk you
posing as
out
our
of doing that. I
bodyguards?
just, yeah.
So I've got my 2 escorts, because, I'm all fancy and stuff now.
Yep.
Might not seem like much of a threat.
I will try and look my least threatening.
Mhm.
I'll just be my charming self.
Okay.
I imagine as we're going down this road in this forest, Valen is just like pointing out the different plants, like, oh, look at that one. And oh, look at how the leaves are just coming out right now. Oh, it's so precious. Just a mile a minute, just plants, 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 plants.
All right. Are any so go ahead and like put yourselves kind of like in the like positions you imagine you would be coming up this road. And are you like on the lookout? Are you kind of just walking casually? Um, tell me what you're, if you want to be making any rolls for like looking for hidden people or any stealth checks or anything like that, you need to tell me that you're trying to do something. Because if you're just walking down and waiting for something to happen, then that's different.
I
Also,
have find traps, but that's not like
passive perceptions. What is for each of you?
13 for Vec.
Okay.
15.
Okay.
13.
All right. Well, the 15 is just as well. So I'll just go ahead and say that as you are making your way up to about this point, this is where, Valen, you spot that there are, you see the tip of an arrow sticking out of a brush, and behind it, a pair of goblin eyes. And then you realize there's actually 3 of them currently hiding, waiting for you to get all to get a little closer. And I will go ahead and reveal them on the map, although at present only Valen has seen them, and if you were to tell your friends, the goblins might realize that something's up. But so you see 3 goblins in hiding, waiting to ambush you.
Well, I would probably nudge. I have forgotten your name, Mark.
Vec.
Vec. I'd probably nudge him just a little bit. It's like, oh, did you see that plant over there?
I'm
Look
going to make
at
an
how
I think at this
insight
point-
check for
interesting
the
it's
goblin.
been.
I think at this point, there's also the, oh God, not another plant. Not another plant. All kinds of plants. We're in a forest.
Now you really need to look at this plant.
Make a deception check, and I'm gonna make an insight check for the goblin for you pointing right at him in the guise of something else. I mean, they're
Look at
not
that
super bright. but
Goblin
you never
weed
know.
right over there. And that's
No, he got a
goblin
5.
tree.
He's like, haha, they don't suspect a thing. They're pointing at plants. Ha ha ha. That's what he says in his head, quietly though. Actually, maybe not even that quietly. Like he thinks he's being quieter than he actually is. So, do you stop, or are you still walking, or?
I'm not the fighter here, so
Well,
If either of the other 2 of you want to know where they are, other than the general pointing, you're going to need to make perception checks. But you could do that without doing anything else suspicious.
I think
Uh,
Vec is definitely going to keep an eye out to try to see if this is not just another plant.
Sure.
I'm gonna check. Do a perception check.
All right. Okay. Yeah, with
20.
17 and a 20, you definitely both see the hidden goblins.
All right. Excuse me, madam. I'm gonna start catching up. Excuse me. Is it too early yet to start, looking for a place to have lunch? you know,
I don't know. Are you really that hungry? Doesn't feel like we've been walking for all that long. Maybe we should go a little bit further.
okay. I mean, I wanted to know if I should be getting the picnic supplies out.
That
Well,
is so
if you
cool.
guys,
We figured it earlier. Picnic supplies means what? Look at my code sheet.
Well, did you want to go ahead a little bit and see if you spot a place?
um, yeah, there looks like a nice rock with a little bit of shade over there. So let me
These are actually trees, where we don't
oh
see the top of them. It's just the trunk in cutaway. But
ah
yeah.
there's some nice a nice shade tree over there.
All right. I think as you move that far forward, they do go ahead and bring their attack. We're gonna roll initiative essentially
Initiative.
because you see
Hmm.
them, so you see them getting ready. So we'll just roll initiative,
Okay.
but basically, you detect things are kicking off. So
Oh, sorry, that was investigation. Aw, it was a -1. It would be an
oh
18, but I rolled the wrong thing.
well, that's how it goes sometimes. Oh, I just realized
9.
I just realized I did not have us on the battle map. Let me. There we go. Um, there we go. I did not have this set up properly, but
And
okay. So,
so I'm tied with them, having oh yeah, having
what did you
but
what did you? Okay, so yours didn't show up on the tracker, but that's I can put it
yeah,
there. So you got a 9. What's your dex?
uh -1.
Minus
The
1.
deck
They're gonna beat you then.
8. Yeah, dex of 8.
Okay. So that means then, let me just make sure. Oh, let me put this. There we go. So I've now got the layout where people are going to be able to see the map as well. So actually, let me do something real quick. Sorry, I'm adjusting settings, everybody. I know that's terribly exciting. Um, and there we go. There we go. That's going to look a little better. So, everyone's got initiative. Valen, you are first. I think as Atwater is moving up to kind of point out an area, you see that the goblins are getting ready to.
I think Marcus first.
Yeah, they're not sorted.
Oh, you're right. Never mind. So, everything I just said, it's except to Vec.
So they are obviously,
Yeah, you see them getting ready to fire.
okay.
Like
Um,
you watch them like nod at each other across the road.
okay. I think Vec will kind of jog on forward a little bit. Let me do. Hang on, friend. I think there's a deadly plant over there, and a little gout of flame will be popping up into his hand, and he will toss it at that guy.
Okay, the goblin does currently have half cover in the shrubbery, but go ahead and roll your attack.
You know the nice thing about shrubbery, it burns. Um, where is the? Oh yeah, that's right. This is the. Sorry, it's weird to have a spell cast by a non-spellcaster because they don't have the things that do it.
Yep.
There you go.
So that's a 20 to hit, which will hit even with the cover. And 12 fire damage. All right, there you go. Yeah, so produce flame, does it say in the rules, like, does it light things on fire? Flammable object.
Pearl of Flame doesn't actually say that it does.
Okay. Well, in any case, you set the goblin on fire, and he screams and runs, and then flops, and you have just killed this goblin.
One dead plant, and with an interact, I will draw forth my blade,
All right.
and I think
right.
it is a bonus action, so he will. Hello, dearie. I don't remember the name that I gave him before, so that's going to be the new keyword to light the flame or light the sword on fire.
Awesome. Okay. So, now Valen.
Well, that guy didn't last long, and we kind of need to question somebody. So,
That was never the plan.
well, we
they're
got to
changing
figure
the
out where the
plan.
hideout is, right?
Oh wait, they're supposed to
So-
kidnap us. Shit.
Well, they don't need to kidnap you, but you need to figure out where their hideout is somehow.
Right.
So I am going to cast, I guess, oh, hold on. 60 feet. Hold on. A ruler. Have to get closer. Okay, so I am going to move. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here, and I think that should be close enough. Yes. I'm going to cast Hold Person on that goblin.
Okay. Wisdom save, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, 13.
He gets a 6.
Woohoo!
He's
I
held
got
in place.
one.
There's a stream of drool starting to come out of his mouth because he can't close his mouth. Okay, cool. It is the Goblin Warrior's turn now. One of them is going to shoot at Valen with his short bow. And he gets a a 14 to hit.
Nope.
Okay, so I think he gets just the one attack. Oh, I'm so sorry. I am doing too many different things. Okay. I believe it is just the one attack, yeah. And so he is going to... yeah, you know what happens is that... he is going to just run to a different spot and try to hide again. No, never mind. He can't do that. He just stays where he is. He fired his arrow, and that's his thing. The other one is going to try to repeat the save for the hold person at the end of his turn. Oh, wow. This time he got a 17. But that's at the end of his turn, though, so he doesn't get to do anything else.
Okay.
Okay, so Atwater, you're up.
All right. So we're trying to capture one of these guys, right? So
Correct.
10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. So I dash
Mm-hmm.
so that I can get right up on top of him.
All right. Okay. And that would make it your turn again, Beck.
Right then. So this is the one that he had tried to. Is right?
That's the one that fired his arrow and then realized because he had done that, he didn't have time to do anything else yet.
Okay, so we don't know where he is.
No, you know where he is. He fired his arrow.
Oh, right. He didn't actually get a chance to hide. Gotcha.
Yeah, I was going to have him hide, and then I realized he didn't actually have a bonus action hide.
All right, so that one, and can't quite. Is that adjacent? That might be adjacent. That's adjacent.
Yep.
So bonus action dash,
All right.
and then hold out the sword. Surrender or die. And I'll hold my action if he does not surrender.
Well, I mean, do you have a bonus action dash?
Yep, he's a rogue.
Oh, okay. I forgot what everybody is. That's on me. So, yeah, okay. So you hold your action to attack him
I
if he.
try to intimidate him into surrendering, and if he does not surrender or does something else, then I will
Okay.
attack.
Make an intimidation check.
29.
Whoa. Okay, that's a natural 20. Yeah, he drops his short bow and his short sword and pees his pants.
Kind of call over my shoulder. I got one.
um. All right, and then that's it would be Valen's turn next.
Okay. So I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'll go right here and be like, excuse me, we have your other guy, so probably shouldn't continue to fight. Like, we didn't really want to kill you. Well, I don't, but I cannot speak for my friends here. So if you just want to surrender, that would be great. We have some questions.
All right, so it is the Goblin Warrior's turn, and this one down here, who is not, did not drop his weapons, looks over at his friend and says, "You wanker!" And then he's going to run away from Atwater, and because of his crafty trait, you don't get an opportunity attack. He's super good at slipping away. And he runs straight into these bushes, and you hear a thumping sound, and then he's disappears. All right. And then the one that's up here is looking at you, and make an insight check, Vec.
A 2.
A 2. Okay. Yeah, you do not pick up on any of the body language that's not that subtle, but you miss it anyway. But he just looks up at you and just says, "I never liked him."
Never liked. Sorry. Who? Me? You? What did he say?
The guy who just called me a wanker and ran away,
Oh.
leaving me in your prisoner.
Well, you've got issues with your union.
I don't know what union. What? If you're not
So,
going to attack
I'm-
this guy or chase the other one, then we're out of initiative. But you tell me what you want.
Vec will just want to tie this guy up.
Okay. Yeah, he is basically a ragdoll at this point. He is just gone completely limp.
All right, I'm gonna go into this bush or whatever it is and
Make
see if I
an
can find him.
investigation check with advantage.
All right. Some days it's not worth getting out of bed.
This goblin just vanished somehow. Like, he
I
ran into
don't
there,
know
you
what
heard a
happened.
sound, but you cannot figure out what happened. What is your passive perception, Vec, up where you are?
13.
Okay. You, I think, from where you are, as you are tying up this goblin, you spot right here, not very well hidden under a bush, is a trapdoor.
I'll ask the prisoner.
So what's this then? Some sort of hidden cache?
Yes!
All right then. Folks, I've found a hidden cache. Right over here.
So, We are really we're looking for your hideout. So would the trap door be the entrance or wherever that other guy went? You said you didn't like him anyway.
Yes.
Too many automatic features now.
You did get a natural 20, so I think he is a little more cooperative. So he just says, um, they're both like there's a bunch of different tunnels. They all have trapdoors. Um, so there's that one, and he went in another one, and he pushes some brushes away right where he's standing, and there's like one right there as well.
Now that's clever. Does one need any sort of special passage to get through?
What?
Sounds good to me.
Can I go
Should
now?
well, hold on. Maybe you ought to come with us, because like if there's a whole bunch of different tunnels, we don't want to get lost.
If I go in there with you, all of the other goblins are gonna try to kill me too. And so I would just as soon, like, you look, I showed you the trap door. You can let me go. I'll just run away. I won't help them. I'm definitely not going back in there like this.
Well, so you do understand that your behavior has been very, very reprehensible,
Yeah.
correct?
Uh-huh.
All right. And do your parents know where you are?
I don't know where they are.
Well, then perhaps you should find them and ask for their forgiveness, because you are really just giving goblins a terrible name. That they have been fighting against these stereotypes for decades. And this is really unfair.
Does that mean I can go?
Run and just keep running.
He literally just takes off. He does not wait for anything else. He just runs off into the woods.
I'm sure he got the spirit of the message. And some rope burns.
Yep.
Well,
Be right
now-
back.
So, at the very least, you know that there was something down where the other one disappeared. Seems plausible there might be one there, even if Atwater didn't spot it. There's one that's obviously not very well hidden, right here. And then the goblin you just talked to pointed out a better hidden one right here. But he also did say there's lots of them, so you tell me what you would like to do at this point.
I'd like to take a closer look just to make sure it's not booby trapped.
Okay, make an investigation check.
21.
It is not booby trapped.
Probably wouldn't be anyway because, well, let's face it, the goblins aren't. They're kind of impulsive.
You do, in fact, also see that there are goblin footprints leading in and out of this trapdoor.
What do you say, Valen? Path ahead?
Well, I mean, this is what we're here for.
Do the plants say anything about it?
Would have to use a spell slot to know. So, yeah, but maybe we should not burn that just yet.
All right, then. Last one's in to Dingo's kidney.
Just to be really stupid about it.
All right, so when you open the trap door, what you see is it's a circular shaft that sinks 30 feet down. There is no ladder, but the dirt wall is marred with little holes that you suspect the goblins just use those for hand and foot holes. But they're also little.
Well, let me see. I
And
think I have a
how-
rope.
I want to wild shape into something that can traverse this.
Sure. Well, so
Like, do
here's the
that
thing.
now.
It looks like something you could climb, probably. Like you'll need to make a roll, but it's not necessarily like terribly difficult. It's just it's not a proper ladder.
Right. But if I am smaller,
Mhm.
like smaller hands, smaller feet, that kind of thing, then it should be easier in theory.
Oh, well, for sure. Yeah, absolutely. If you're a small little creature with a climbing speed, for example, that would make all the difference.
Yes, so I should probably pull up some kind of, let's see. Because that's just a thing I can do. Okay. All right. Um,
I mean, it could be
Is
like
that
a
what a
weasel or
climb will?
something.
just like some kind of like chimpanzee or something would be able to
Yeah.
handle that. I'm trying to find like some kind of like, because I would like to have something with actual stats that I can track.
Sure.
Let's see. So
Yep.
CR1
A
and
one
2.
hit, a half hit point bee. You can't fly yet, so you're a falling bee. You can float like a bee.
And sting like a butterfly.
Yeah. Think that one through.
It just makes me think of the Monty Python Eric the Half a Bee song.
Ah, yes.
Yeah, this is taking me a long time, so
Is that what I need, a rope, or can he climb?
So, did you hear me describe that it's 30 feet straight down. There is no ladder or rope. The goblins apparently climbed the dirt walls.
I don't know if I can climb that. My dex
Well,
is really
okay.
horrible.
It will be an athletics check to try to climb the dirt walls.
I'm good at athletics.
Does acrobatics also count, or is it really an athletics?
It is athletics.
Okay. But I'm going to tie a rope.
Yeah. If you look up, I know that sometimes it feels like acrobatics might make sense for climbing, but it is
Yep.
explicitly an athletics skill if you read the book's description of it.
But
I
I'm
could
going
just
to
be a
tie
spider.
rope.
I mean, you sure could. You tell me. You're looking in a hole.
Rope tie.
Yeah, I'm gonna wild
Climbing
shape
down.
into a big old spider.
Okay. Like a giant spider, or just like a tarantula, like a regular sized tarantula, or
Just
other spiders.
yeah. Yeah, I think a regular size, like on the larger side. Like I'm not like some like little daddy long legs or
Okay,
whatever.
but like a tarantula or something.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, sure. All right. You will easily be able to climb down the tunnel that way. I mean, you're not super fast, but no trouble climbing. Although it occurs to me, tarantulas are kind of big, fat. They don't really climb on ceilings and stuff, do they?
Yeah.
They could climb down a
maybe-
wall, though. That's fine.
I'm not sure what. Like I'm not super familiar. Oh, I have giant wolf spider.
That's why I asked if you're going to be a giant spider. But
Yeah,
also, a
we're gonna
giant
do a
spider is going to have to
giant
squeeze
wolf
down
spider.
through this tunnel.
Yeah, I'm trying to find a like freaking thing that'll click on. Let me click on it and just.
Well, would you like me to help?
Yeah, I think that'd
Okay.
probably be.
That's all right. Yeah, you
That
can
would be
do
helpful.
so if you're searching beasts,
Here we go,
monsters,
giant
you
wolf
can
spider.
narrow it down to beasts and have a max CR2 is what you said you can do, or
Max CR1/2, no flying speed.
okay. So if you want to not be large in size, which was going to complicate getting down through the tunnel at all.
Giant wolf spider is medium.
Yeah. You can be so like, do you want to be tougher or do you want to be more unobtrusive?
I think maybe tougher
Okay.
was probably a good choice.
Okay. Well then, Well, eliminate all of all the beasts that are less than CR1 then.
Was it
Size.
CR one or one half? It was 1/2, wasn't it?
Yeah, it says CR1/2. So
So
half.
that's CR1 half, not CR1 or 2.
Okay. Well, the giant wolf spider is under challenge rating 0 to half.
Okay, well, so
It's a
fine.
quarter.
So
That's what it
we're
is.
limited to one CR1 half then, which is very different. That's all right. Um, there's a black bear is medium, and that's a CR1 half. You could be that.
An ape is CR1/2.
Mhm.
Giant
There are
canary.
also like if you were originally like if you wanted to be
Oh, no fly.
like a weasel or something like that, that's not going to be very fighty. But like this is, you tell me
Well, the
what you want
giant
to
wolf.
do.
Yeah. The giant wolf spider is 1/4. Is
Okay,
the yeah.
except
So
that it's going to be large in size. It's going to have to squeeze through the tunnel, which
it
is
says
fine.
medium.
Okay, well then there you go. So, have you chosen your wild shape?
Yes.
Okay. Spider mode.
Well, I don't know why it shared that. That's weird. Okay.
Spider mode. Spider mode.
I'm going to give you a spider token. Let's see. How about this one? Yes? Yes?
I don't see anything.
I'm
Oh.
we're on the map. I
Oh,
added a
yeah,
token.
it's just really small. I had to zoom
Well, okay.
in. Sorry, I'm not.
Okay.
Yes, that's fine.
All right. So. Okay, so now that you have chosen a wild shape, what are all of you doing with this tunnel?
I'll go down first.
Okay.
Hide rope.
I'll follow on the rope.
Okay. So if you're using the rope and Valen is in spider form, then you don't need to. You don't need to do
I think
any
someone's
check. What? What?
Stealing Starla's furniture.
Oh. Okay, so let me put you on the other map here. You're going to be starting off. I'm putting I'm putting tokens on top of each other because you're all climbing down the tunnel. But I will have you move you off of that in a moment. So as you descend into this tunnel, it sinks 30 feet into the earth, leading down to a tunnel with hazy light. Its dirt wall is marred with little holes. There is, no other, so it is very dark in here. Who among you have dark vision? Yeah. So, Atwater,
the
you're
sword
descending
glows.
into the dark. And, okay. You probably don't have it out in your hand while you're doing this, but you could certainly
enough.
take it out when you get down. But yeah, you're descending into the the thing, the place. So, what order are you in?
I'll go first, since I can just kind of go.
Hey, Sparky, can you give me some light?
Sure. But do you want a lantern or do you want me to just light up things?
Anything will do, as long as I can see.
Okay. So, you are going first. Are you as a spider? Are you crawling on? Are you on the ground, or are you climbing on the walls or ceiling or whatever? I'm just trying to
Probably-
let you give
yeah.
the opportunity to do spidery things.
Yes, probably on the wall,
All right.
towards the ceiling.
Okay. So, go ahead and have you move forward. And then who's next?
I can go next because I've got the light.
All right.
Okay. So you first, Valen, as you enter in this bigger cavern, this cave has a 25-foot ceiling and no light sources, but there is some light coming from Vex's sword behind you. You see in this cavern thicky webs crisscross over the ground. There are, you do all see this map, correct? Yes?
It's all black.
God damn it. Okay, so
Yeah, same here. All
yeah,
black.
no, okay, I know. This is on me.
I thought it was thematic.
No. Okay. All right, are any of you seeing anything yet? I'm giving the tokens vision.
Yes.
Okay. You do see the map now? Part of it,
Yes.
anyway?
Yep.
Okay. So,
Yep.
so there are sticky, thick webs crisscrossing over the ground, specifically where you see them on the map. Stinking humanoid bones and blood-stained rat. Do not keep moving, please. Stay where you were. Thank
Sorry,
you.
I just can't see much beyond one square around.
I
so
know,
Okay.
but I'm only Valen sees what I'm describing right now because she's in front.
Okay.
And then let's see. Yeah, and so you see those webs, you see bones, and it's very dark. And then coming up behind you is Vec with the light, and I think that you fall through a trap, Vec. You realize that there is a piece of canvas on the ground disguised with sand over it as a pit trap, and you're going to take 1d6 bludgeoning damage as you fall into a 10-foot hole, which is 1 bludgeoning damage. And then I think, you are going to all roll initiative because it makes a noise when you do that.
Okay.
All right. Okay, let me do this. Okay. So, light is. Okay. I have got. I swear. Okay.
Accidentally rolled 2, so the first one is a 12.
Okay. Oh, for Pete's sake. What am I doing here? Okay. Add turn. Add turn. So, Valen is a 12. Atwater, what's yours?
15.
15. Okay. And obviously one of these didn't do it right. What is it doing? It's rolling. Oh, okay. It's yeah. It's the stats for one of these things is broken in the little automated roll, and so it's adding 52 for the initiative roll, which is I think not correct.
So they just go first. It's just-
Yeah. So it should be +2, not +52, and so that means that it should be this instead. Okay. Wait, what? Okay. All right. So, it is first you, Valen, are probably the only one that sees this, but up on the ceiling of the up on the ceiling of this cavern, there's suddenly movement, and you see an enormous giant spider that has strapped around it a variety of small leather saddles in a harness, and it also has blades attached to all of its feet.
That
And
is absolutely ridiculous, and I'm so here for it.
it looks like something that they are perhaps trying to train to become like a war elephant, except it's a spider. Yeah, so it is going to spray webbing at the whole little area where the three of you are. So all three of you make a dexterity saving throw.
Well, this is not going
Is
to
there
go
any effect because of the pit?
You landed prone in the pit, so make your dex save with disadvantage.
Okay.
Okay, so let's see. That's a 6 and a 7, and then the one who's rolling with disadvantage.
Yeah, it's not registering, so I'll just roll twice.
Okay.
That's 11 both times. So.
All right, so all three of you are now restrained by webbing. And the spider kind of clumps down around off of the ceiling down onto the
So-
ground in the...
I don't know if this makes a difference, but I have web walker. It says the spider ignores movement restrictions caused by webbing. I did not know that this was going to happen.
yeah. No. That is absolutely legitimate. Your spidery body has enzymes or something that make it like not stick to the sticky webbing. So you are able with your spiderness to not be restrained by this. Like the webbing is there, but you are not stuck in it. All right, so that would be Atwater. It's your turn first, but you are restrained currently. Probably also can't see very much.
Nope.
If you would like to break yourself out of the webbing, you can try to make a strength or dexterity check, as you prefer.
I would like to make a strength check.
Okay.
So, just there we go. I am.
That's a
Rolling
9.
horribly.
Yeah, I think you are not able to break yourself out of the webs, unfortunately. That was your action, but you still have a bonus action if you have one anyway.
No, I do not have a bonus action.
Okay. All right. Valen, it is your turn.
Okay, so I have, let's see, blind sight to 10 feet, dark vision to 60 feet, and
Yeah, let me make
could
sure.
you show me
yeah, let me
approximately?
give. Yeah, just let me give dark vision to your character. Probably see more of the cave now.
Yeah.
Nice.
Did you say you had dark vision as well, Mark?
Yep, 60 feet.
Okay. But Atwater doesn't. Okay.
The flame of the sword is a 40-foot radius, but I don't know if that
Okay.
matters in
But
the
yeah,
pit.
so you're also giving off 40-foot radius.
But he's in the pit. I don't know how deep
Well,
the pit
I'll
is.
just put it on anyway. Okay. So everyone should be probably seeing more now.
Yeah.
All right.
So kind of limited to my attacks, so I am going to go up and bite this guy.
Okay. Yeah.
Let's see. It was probably immune to poison, but whatever. Let's see. Melee weapon attack to hit.
Okay. A 14, unfortunately, your spider fangs, big as they are for normal spiders, are not enough to penetrate this thing's hide, at least in the spot where you bit it. I think, and
Okay.
it sort of thrashes one of its blade-wielding legs at you, and so you're not able to kind of get close enough to bite it where you wanted.
7 has as much on a successful one. Oh, wait.
It's probably
I'm
talking about the poison if you hit.
yeah, I think I was just making sure.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just
Okay.
super unfamiliar with this, but yeah.
Sure. Yeah,
Okay.
that's all right. Okay. You doing anything else? Moving or?
Let's see where I'm at. Yeah, I'm gonna go around a little bit more to the other side of it here.
Okay. All right, Vec, you're up.
I think I'm just going to let the flames of the sword burn away these nasty webbing things.
Mm-hmm. It doesn't specifically say you can do that, but I'll allow it. But I think it will take your action to do.
Sure. How big a pit is this?
10 feet.
10 feet?
Yeah.
Well, I'll stand up.
Mm-hmm.
Try to climb out of the pit. I will have to put the sword away briefly to climb out of the pit.
Yeah. So make an athletics check.
Oh dear. Oh, there we go. Natural 20.
Yes,
So I got a 19.
you clamber out of the pit with no difficulty at all.
Right. And there's
I'll
a
even
thing.
say that it doesn't cost you the double movement that it normally would, especially since you had to stand up also. So it counts as 10 feet, though, so you would probably...
That's it. That's
Yeah.
all I pretty much have.
Well, so it would have been, what, 15 to stand up and then 10 feet to climb out?
Yeah, I've only got 5 left, so
Yeah. But
I
you-
guess I can move away from the pit.
Yeah.
Pick up the sword. Bonus action. Hello, dearie. Light the sword up again. And that's my turn.
Okay. Now, a goblin, the one perhaps that disappeared down a trapdoor before, scoots into view from one of these other tunnels and is going to fire his short bow at you, Valen. Gets an 18 to hit.
Yep, that
For-
will.
6 piercing damage.
Okay. Yeah, 5 left.
Okay. And
Spider is squishy.
yeah. All right. And now it is Marrow Gnaw's turn. And he's going to scoot over here. I think that'll give you an opportunity attack as it moves away from you, Valen.
Yeah. So is that just like another melee?
Yes.
Okay.
12 is still not enough.
Nope.
And I think Marrow Gnaw is going to try to bite you, Vec. It feels a little weird about trying to bite another spider, something that you don't have the good grace to recognize, apparently.
Well, it's biting Vec. Vec is not a spider.
I know.
I'm not a spider.
I'm talking
Oh, okay.
about Phelan, who tried to
Okay.
bite Marrow Gnaw. But yes, bite. He's going to do a bite. But that's only a 10 to hit.
That is a miss.
All right. That is their turn. Atwater. You are still restrained. And muted.
So looks like Vec is between me and
You can squeeze by, although there's a hole.
well, right, but I'm restrained, so I have to break the restraint first.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm gonna do that, and that's a strength saving throw.
Yes. Well, it's strength or dex.
Strength. 19.
Okay, 19 will succeed. But that's your action, but you now have movement. If you want to get past that hole that Vec fell in, though, you're going to have to climb on the walls along it or jump across it. But jumping will be tricky because Vec's right there. So you can
All
make
right,
another athletics check to climb along the walls, or tell me what you want to do.
Yeah, I want to climb along the walls.
Okay, make another athletics check.
Yes. 22.
Okay. It counts as double movement to move along, and then to past Vec. But I think that you can get there and then have one more square if you wanted. But that's also probably as far as you needed.
That's as far as I needed to go. Yep.
Okay. So you did use your action already, though. So that's the end of your
Yep.
turn, I assume.
Yep.
Okay. Valen, your turn.
All right. Well, I'm gonna go over to this guy here, and I'm gonna try to bite him.
Good for you.
Maybe this guy I can hit.
A 12, unfortunately, is not enough. He nimbly dodges out of the way. Okay. Vec, your turn.
All right, face to face with a spider, flaming sword ready. Take a moment, take a bonus action moment, steady my aim, and then I'm going to hit him with the sword. The swordly end of my bits.
Yep, and you can from where you are because you're diagonal. So yeah, that's adjacent.
And it is a advantage because I steady aimed. 18 to hit
Okay, that will hit.
for. It looks like 26 points of damage.
Why is it
9
so
piercing,
much?
4 backstab, 4 fire, and 13 backstab, or 13 sneak attack.
Oh, okay, yeah, sneak attack. Okay, sure. Okay, so that's pretty good. 17 or 26. All right, yeah. That's a nasty hit for this thing. It doesn't like that at all.
Well, I'm not here to be liked. I'm here to be lived. Didn't quite come out the right way.
Sure.
That's it.
Okay. The goblin is going to try to stab Valen with the short sword. It gets a 20 to hit for 5 piercing damage.
Woo! I have just popped out of spider form.
All right. Do you still have dark vision as your other self?
Yes. 60 feet, same.
Right. Gotcha. Okay. Poof. And that is the end of his turn. Although when you do that, he's like, whoa.
Boo.
All right. I removed you from the tracker when I did that. You were 12, I think?
12.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. So, Vec, your turn now? Is that right? No, it's Goblin just went. That's right. So it's Maronaw's turn again now. And this time I'm going to try to bite Atwater. Chomp. But that's only an 11 to hit. You guys are getting lucky so far with its attack rolls.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's its turn. Your turn now, Atwater.
Yeah, let me show you how that's done. I am going to attack twice with my hand axes.
All right.
I'm trying. Come on, machine. There we go.
We're not seeing them show up. Oh, there it is. There's a 10. A 10 is going to miss.
And the second attack is a 15.
A 15 just hits.
I'll take it. That's 5 slashing damage.
Okay.
And just to... I can move over here without giving him an opportunity attack, right? I just want
correct.
to spread out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Make sure we're a little spread out.
All right. Valen, your turn.
Okay. I'm going to use Shillelagh, the bonus action. Which gives me 8 plus 5. Is that right? Yeah. And then I'm going to smack him with my quarterstaff.
Okay.
And let's see. Just making sure it's the same. Okay. Yes. 21
That will hit.
or 7. No, 9. Excuse me.
Uh-huh. You conk this goblin on the head, and he says, "Down I go." And then he just falls limply backwards and through another one of these pit traps.
Oh, that was easy.
Yeah, and he's dead. Like, I think he was just going to be unconscious, but then he fell 10 feet into a pit trap. All right. That makes it Maronaw's turn again. It's getting frustrated. It's with you two moving around. I think, though, that it's probably going to target Vec again this time. And this time it gets a 21 to hit.
Close.
I assume that does hit.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
So that's going to be 11 piercing damage and 5 poison damage.
Okay. I'm going to react Uncanny Dodge
Okay.
for half damage.
All right. So it would be, 8 total damage.
8 total. Okay.
If depends on, if you react any different from the piercing or the poison, but
I don't think so, no.
okay. All right. So that's its turn. Atwater.
All right. Let's try this again. I got a 23
Okay.
for 5 points of slashing damage.
All right. That'll hit.
And the second hand axe got an 11.
Okay. Yeah, it's hard to get at it because it's got, like as I mentioned, it's got the legs that stick way out, but it's got blades attached to them, which simultaneously kind of protects them from blows, but also makes them, you want to give them a wide berth. You can't get in there where the spider meat is.
Did I get skipped at one point?
I don't think so. Did you? Maybe, I guess. I didn't think I did, but if maybe, I don't know. Because we just did. Oh, no, you're right, because what happened is Valen's turn killed the goblin, and then I removed him, and then, yeah, so that's what I was thinking. So you're right, it is your turn now.
Okay.
You should have gone before the spider, but here it is anyway.
No, that's fine. Just was kind of like, wait a minute.
No,
what?
you're right.
Once again, deep breath. All right, that hurt. I'll give you that. This will hurt more. And take a steady aim. 25 to hit. 31 damage.
Wow, yeah, there you go. 31 damage. Woo, that really hurts it. It does not like that
Wow.
at all. It is very wounded now. And in fact, actually, if you had done that before its turn, then it would have done something different on its turn. But that's fine. We're doing it in this order. It's all good. So, we did Atwater's turn though just now, right? Yeah. And so,
Yep, yep.
Valen, it is your turn.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So I'm gonna use create bonfire.
Okay.
It's a dexterity saving throw.
Okay.
13. I don't have super confidence it's gonna work.
Okay. Yeah. Its dex rolls are messed up because once again it's adding 52 instead of 2. So it got a 12.
Okay, so then it takes. Oh my god. 2
fire
damage.
Ooh, okay. Well, that doesn't take it out, but it's already extremely wounded. Okay. And so then I guess it's Vex's turn again if we're back in the proper order.
It does ignite flammable objects in the area if that matters at all.
Well, so it depends if you
It's only 5
cast it
feet.
on a spot where there were webs or not.
It also persists, right?
Yes.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But if it moves on its turn, it doesn't take damage.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, but Vec, it's your turn again.
All right. I warned you before. A bit of a steady aim. 25 to hit. Only 17 points of damage.
Okay, well, you tell me how you kill this thing.
I think it's one of those focus, 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 doink, and then just keep leaning on the sword as it pushes through the flesh.
Yeah.
I think I've got it. slightly leaning here.
All right, yeah. You have killed Marona, the gigantic war spider.
Hooray!
Poor little thing. I think it was trapped in here.
Well, it's also like wearing a saddle designed for like 6 goblins to ride. And it's got blades all over it. It seems like, wasn't just like accidentally in here.
True,
I
but the
should
door's
watch
not
out. There's
big enough.
another hole over here.
Keep an eye out for them. They're terrible.
All right. So yeah, I definitely do not want to fall into a hole there.
I think Vec will take it extra slow, kind of testing the ground with the sword before stepping onto something.
Incidentally, every one of these squares with so Valen, as you just moved to go across there, make a dexterity, dexterity or acrobatics check. You as soon as you stepped onto one of these squares with webs on it, you got stuck. So it's speed removed to 0 until the end your next turn. So it's like you can get yourself out, but like basically all of these squares that have webs on them, you can move onto one of those squares on a turn, but not off of it on the same turn. You didn't end up being inconvenienced by that too much while you were fighting the spider, but just yeah. So like you're not permanently stuck. It's slow moving across them.
I think as Vec moves through, he'll try to burn away the webs in front and cautiously. It's like 3 times as slow because it's like burn the web, test the ground, then take a step. Burn the web, test the ground, then take a step.
Okay, so how do we get out of here?
So Valen, with your high passive perception, I think once you've got a little bit more light in here and you're not fighting a giant spider, you spot right here what looks like the outline of a secret door.
Look at what I found, guys.
All righty.
Oh, I clicked it and it did a thing. That's so
Mhm.
cool.
Yeah, so
Okay.
you opened it, and so you can pass on through into there. And so as you look through this, you find it's a little secret passage. So you can open the door into the other one. There you go. And so as you look in there, this room has 3 6-foot-tall iron cages standing at the north end of the room. 2 are empty, but the centermost one contains a thin goblin wearing filthy clothing. It is Toblob, your friend.
Hooray!
Oh my gosh, you guys! I can't believe you came to help me. Wait, my mom didn't bully you into it, did she?
No, she requested it quite nicely.
And we would have come anyway, so.
Oh my gosh, it's so embarrassing. But yes, do please let me out though. I don't mean to be ungrateful. And then also in the room here on the east and west walls of the room, it says east and west. So north is to the right by this map anyway. But so the walls of the room, crates stand piled up to the ceiling, emblazoned with the marks of various merchants. And then of course you see an obvious door on the top, So I'm going to say that's, well, you know what? That's west, where, right is north. So you see the obvious door, and then Valen, you also see there's another secret door at the end of this little corridor there. So are you going to try to let Toblob out, presumably?
Yeah.
How are you going to do that?
Why don't you check the secret door and I'll let Toplob out.
Is it
Okay.
locked?
The
Yeah,
cage is locked, yes.
All right.
Does
well-
the rogue have thieves' tools or anything?
Yeah.
A very nice set of tools. Not thieves' tools, inquiry tools, of course. I will make an inquiry of this lock.
All right.
So Toblov, do you happen to know where this door goes? Or that door over there, but there's another one
Uh,
over here.
well, I mean, I saw some of the goblins going through those doors sometimes, but I couldn't ever see what was on the other side because I was stuck in this cage, unfortunately. So I
Did
could
they
have
tell
told you
you?
it was there if you didn't see it already, but I don't know what's on the other side.
So why did they are they like holding you for ransom or what
Yeah, I
why
think
are
that was the
you
idea. I mean, I don't know. I mean, the queen here is kind of nutty. She's like acting crazy. She's like, I knew she was vicious and she had changed the gang's whole order of operations. And they were not just like holding people up anymore. Like they're attacking on sight and killing people, not even giving them a chance to surrender their stuff. And then they're just hoarding everything. They're not even doing anything with it. It's crazy. I don't know what's up with her, but keeping me, I they like she kept coming and like taunting me sometimes and then saying, "Oh, you'll see," and I don't know what that means.
did they make you eat anything weird or and
They haven't been giving me anything to eat at all. I'm pretty hungry.
oh well we gotta fix that, so we gotta give him some of the rations or whatever we've
Yeah,
got.
I'm waiting for
Yep.
this lock tool, these thieves tools check.
I didn't want to interrupt. Is that sleight of hand or is there a separate?
It's well, so if it is, it doesn't. It's like not on the sheet by default. You can make a
Okay.
separate one, but it would be dexterity plus proficiency if you have proficiency. If you have expertise, obviously you would, do that. But I don't know
Yeah.
what you put your expertise in.
Sleight of hand. And intimidation. Proficiency. Can I just make a roll? I keep forgetting how to do that.
You can just pick some other dexterity skill that you're proficient in.
Okay, so the acrobatics here.
Mm-hmm.
That's a
Whoa, natural one. Unfortunately, yeah, I think that your very nice set of inquiry tools have just broken inside the lock here.
I'm going to get that little vendor
Mm-hmm.
to buy new ones.
So that's, what are we going to do about this, huh? You've got another plan, right?
Uh, well, you stand back. Let me see what I can do there. Um, I'm gonna try bend bars, lift gates.
Sure. Yeah.
Is that a strength check
Yeah.
or?
Strength check. With an 8, I think, yeah,
Yeah.
you don't make much headway. It seems pretty tough, or at least a lot tougher than 8. You think you could potentially like smash it off too, but that would maybe make a lot of noise. Like
Yeah.
like do damage to the cage, right? But it.
Why don't you try this? And I'll hand Atwater a crowbar.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
I'll let you make the strength roll again with advantage.
All right. 17.
Okay. Almost. It's almost there, but it's not quite budging.
I'm going
You'll find
to
some keys. We'll be back. You stay here safe.
I should've.
Yeah, that sounds great. Okay, yeah, okay, yeah, I'll stay here then. Be careful.
I should have booped y'all with guidance.
I rolled a natural one. It wouldn't have mattered.
I mean, if you want to keep trying, you can, but time is passing.
Right.
Well, I don't have any more thieves' tools, so it's just
I mean, I can try again with that, or, um,
I mean, yeah.
I can,
Because if we free him, he can
help.
hightail it out the way we cleared, and then
Right.
I mean,
we
if
can
you
go
free
about our
me, I'll
business.
help you fight these goblins. I mean, that's why
Right.
I was here. This was the whole
Um.
idea.
All right. Is can I like smash the cage without harming him? Because
Yeah,
I have
you
Ring of the
can,
Ram.
but you worry that it will be loud is the only issue.
Oh.
So, Paul, take an extra D4 for guidance
Mhm.
and add the
Okay.
number.
Okay. So
All
yeah,
right.
so I think that if you want to try to just pry it open again,
I'll try
um,
prying it open
okay.
again.
So you
And
can roll again with advantage, but with the guidance as well.
okay. So we'll just add 4 to this. Oh yeah.
There you go. Finally, yeah, the guidance made the difference. You could
I
tell.
didn't use the guidance,
I
but
know. I'm
yep.
just saying.
Okay. Okay.
You didn't do it when you didn't have the guidance. You needed that moral support.
That's true.
Anyway, so you finally are able to bend the bars far enough apart that Toblob is able to break free, and he rushes over to one of the nearby crates, and he says, "I saw them put my stuff in here." And soon he has rearmed himself with, what does he have? He has daggers. Yeah, he gets daggers, and he kind of some basic armor that he arms himself with.
Okay.
All right, now let's.
Before we go on, who's hurt, and do you need help? Should
I
have
am
done that
not.
sooner.
I'm not dead, but I did get hurt.
Okay. Where is my staff of healing? So I'm going to hit you with we'll do cure wounds. And we'll do 2 charges. Cure wounds. Hello.
Down 9 points for scale. So about a quarter.
Hey.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
Right as rain. I imagine my mental image of the staff of healing
Bonk.
is like a little EMT is temporarily summoned into existence.
That just makes me think of Hello from the Magic Tavern, which just has one of my favorite magic items I've ever heard of, which is the healing rock.
Oh yeah.
That if you hit someone with it, it does 1 point of damage and heals them for 2 points. So it'll get there. You just have to keep doing it, but it just. Okay, so yeah, so Toblob is looking at all the crates and is like, yeah, see, sure enough, look, this is all the stuff they've been stealing from all the other bandits and or like all the merchants and stuff on the road and everything. But it's like it's all here. It's just like still in the boxes and stuff. Like
We're
they're
gonna
not
need a
even
wagon.
stealing stuff to use.
Well, that just makes it convenient on the way out.
Okay, so like I was blindfolded before when they brought me into this room, so I don't know what else is here, but I'm with you. Let's do this. Let's finish these awful goblins.
All right.
And then look, Valen's already going through the secret door. All right.
Trying to find the other door to click it open, but it's not working.
Oh well, I haven't revealed that it was a secret yet.
Derp.
Okay, so here's the thing: is that as soon as you open that door, on the east side of the room, a 5-foot-tall wooden platform stands on wooden legs. Atop it, a goblin with long white hair and a jeweled crown sits on her throne. On each side stands a goblin warrior. At the west end of the room, a table holds a map of the high road, scribbled with notes in goblin. However, as soon as you open the door that is just right there in front of them, this goblin queen looks down at you with outrage and just says, "Kill them!" And we're gonna roll initiative again.
Whoops.
Well, that was quick.
All right.
Shortcut.
Hold on. Okay, and then initiative for all of our new friends. And
Here come the net ones.
okay. Let's see. Has everybody got their new initiative on there? Okay, wow. And Toblob rolled a nat one on his initiative as well. Remove Marona, who is no longer a factor.
There's an awful lot of pretty boxes in here.
Yeah.
I'll have to look at these for a while then. You go do what you're going to do.
Yeah. So, Valen, lucky for you, you're actually first in an initiative. So I think you just opened the door and you just like, you're sneaking through and you opened a door and you discovered that you've just like opened the door right into the throne room. And they all look right at you.
Yeah. Okay. Didn't see that coming. But I'm gonna close the door. Let me see. I'm trying to think if I could.
I mean, you can close the door
Is
with
there-
your action, although there
Well,
doesn't
I
seem to
was-
be any way to lock it. So,
What kind of handle does it have?
like none, it just pushes open.
Oh, okay.
There's no latch or anything. It's a secret door.
How's it open from the other side? Yep. Closing the door.
No, so there's a latch on the or not a latch, but like there's a handle to pull it open from your side. But they just push it from their side. And there's no nothing latches it. It's not there's no lock or anything.
You know what? I changed my mind. I'm not going to close the door. I am going to cast Create Bonfire, and I'm going to do it right outside the door. So, like, right there.
Okay. All right. So you're not closing the door, though? Or
Nope, I'm casting the spell, and I'm backing up.
Okay. Tell me, what's the size of the spell? Is it
I think it's just a 5-foot cube. It's just a cantrip,
just
so.
5 foot. Okay.
But it lasts up to a minute, so.
Sure. Okay. You're certainly controlling that. Controlling that spot. Okay. All right. That is your turn. And then I think a figure that you didn't see when you were looking through there is now going to reveal themselves. They were hiding under the platform. But now that you have backed up, they're going to move. Give me my... Okay. They move up here. Where is their... Okay. And they are going to fire a short bow at Atwater, who is the
designated.
well, you're the one that's
Javelin
up in front
catcher.
now, yeah.
Yep.
And
Really
you
just hid
didn't know
behind
they
that
were
one.
there, so they're going to get advantage, and also the extra damage. That's a 20 to hit.
No, that's gonna hurt.
Yeah. It's going to do 13 total piercing damage.
Ow.
And then they duck back out of sight and take the hide action.
Yoink.
Let's see. Okay, and that's not as terribly good, but like they're out of line of sight anyway, so you still don't see them. Okay, that makes it. Yeah, so this one is going to move into because they definitely don't want to run through the fire. So they're just going to. Where's my goblin warrior? They're going to fire their own short bows at you, still Atwater, because you're the one in front. That one gets a 10, and I'm going to move out of the way.
It's gonna miss.
This one comes up and is going to get a 7.
And a miss.
Yeah. And then move back out of the way. And then that is the Goblin Warrior's turns. Atwater, it is now your turn.
I'm going to. I don't really have anything ranged. That seems like a bad decision in hindsight. Eee. Well, that's not gonna work. Can I see any of them from where I am?
I mean, can you see them on the map? If
Nope.
no, then no. I mean, you know,
All right.
it's through a narrow secret passage, and then there's a bonfire on the other side. It does seem like it would be hard to see.
I'm just gonna fall back, I guess, and let somebody else do something because I got nothing ranged and I can't see anyone. And there's a bonfire on the other side of the door, and I can't even close the door. So I'm just gonna keep an eye on that door up there, and I'll have my 2 hand axes out.
All right. Okay, Beck.
Right. Well, I can't see anything's happening, so let's move. Let's see. Oops, other tool. So I'm moving through ally squares. Is it
Yeah,
okay?
that's fine.
Because it's a very narrow
Yeah.
spot. We'll go to there. What am I seeing now? Okay. So I see that warrior. That warrior. Is this the queen?
Yeah. No, that is the one that is that was hiding under the platform and had tried to re-hide under the platform, but his butt's sticking out.
Okay.
He didn't hide very well.
Then let's see what this looks like. Let's see from there. Would that catch that one in that cone?
Yeah.
Okay. So I think goes up to the door, takes a look through the fire, holds out a hand, and yeah, I guess it's weird, but kind of hold the sword by the butt so he can use both hands to kind of make a triangle, and you just kind of lightly blow as he casts burning hands.
All right.
Into the room. It is a 15-foot cone, dexterity saving throw. It does ignite flammable objects in the area that aren't being worn or carried.
Okay. So we got a 13 and a 14 for the 2 warriors. What's the
13, DC 14. So
okay,
one
so
fails,
one
succeeds.
fails. And then for the sniper, a 14.
Okay, so the one that fails takes the full, the other 2 take half. So
Okay,
9
well,
points,
9.
4 and 4.
One of them is rendered crispy and is burned to death.
Cool.
But then it's 4 damage for the other 2.
That's right.
And the platform catches fire.
Oh, that works. That's just me using it, so it's marked off as used. Bonus action to then move back, and let's go here.
All right.
Kind of tuck himself back in there. Well, one's down, the other 2 are crispier. Your turn.
All right. So it is now Queen Bargnut's turn. She's going to hop down off of the burning platform to where she's in row here, and she's going to fire off 2 short bow attacks at Valen, who's now in front. First one is a critical fail. Second one is a 19 to hit for 4 piercing damage.
Yep, that just hits.
All right. And then she yells, "Get in here!" And her bonus action "Get in here" move says she shouts, and 1d4 goblin lackeys appear in unoccupied spaces within 60 feet of her. So for flavor here, they pop out of secret little, pockets in the walls, like they've just been sitting in there waiting for her to yell to them. 1d4. Just one this time. So let me grab a goblin lackey. And goblin lackey just pops out on top of the crates right here. And let's roll on initiative. Actually, do they go? No. So initiative for them. Okay, and they're actually going to go right after her. So she does that, and then she is going to move up here, out of line of sight. Okay. And then the goblin lackey up here. Let's see. Is going to try to just stab you with tiny stabs. They have just like a little tiny dagger. They only get a 10 to hit. Okay, so yeah, they miss, but they're up there crouching now on the crates.
Which one is Hoblob?
This one right here, the goblin sneak,
Oh, okay.
with the little name tag on it that says Top Lob. But maybe you don't see those.
We don't see those.
I don't know why you wouldn't. It's bizarre. Roll20 is dumb.
Yeah, sometimes.
I hate it, and I'll never use it again. That's not true.
Till next week.
Yeah. But yeah, so now it is Toblib's turn. And I think he's going to try to take out that goblin lackey. He's going to stab with his daggers. That's a 14 to hit, which is just what he needs, and he kills that one. And he just kind of says, "I have a feeling she has a lot more of those." All right, Valen, your turn.
Right. Well, I'm gonna. Okay, so it's gonna take my entire action. Yeah, I am going to poof into spider form again because that was fun.
Okay. Let me get you your token again.
And then scamper up onto the ceiling.
Okay.
So I have a speed of 40 feet, climbing 40 feet.
Okay. All right. No, I'm moving your Valen token because I'm replacing it with the spider. Yeah.
You're just gonna move it off to the side, but okay, yes,
Yeah.
that's fine.
All right. So that is your turn. I think the ceilings are not so high here that they won't be able to see you through the tunnel unless you move more
Yeah,
to the side.
I'm not trying to hide. I'm
Okay.
just trying to give myself an extra meat shield
Gotcha. Okay. Okay.
of myself.
Sure. Well, so the goblin sniper is going to use his bonus action to try to hide more successfully this time. Hide. Wow, and he just got a 7, so that's no good for him. He is going to come over here and try to fire his short bow, but he doesn't get the extra advantage of having done it from hiding. He gets a dirty 20 to hit on you, Valen, for being on the front lines.
Yep.
All right. That's 5 piercing, and then he moves out of the way. All right. Goblin Warrior's turn is going to do the same. His short bow. 13 to hit.
That just hits.
Okay. That's going to be 3 piercing damage.
Still have 3 left.
Mm-hmm. All right. Atwater.
Hey guys, is there room on the other side of that fire for me to get through? Because I can't do anything back here.
There's another door also, but there's probably more guys back there. But you will just straight take fire. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it,
No, I can create water and put it out.
create bonfire is a concentration spell. So I feel like that would have gone away.
I mean, you would have had to make a few checks. But you can... Okay, yeah, so I think if you think you would have dropped it, we can either do the rolls or you can just say it's dropped.
Well, I mean, I'm in wild shape, so I feel like...
Well, you can hold concentration while you're in wild shape,
really?
but you've taken damage twice.
Yeah,
though, right?
I have. Would you like me to roll?
I would
be
say
fair
if
about
you
it?
would like it to still be up, then let's roll.
Okay, then yes.
All right, make 2 Constitution saving throws. I mean, neither damage was much, so it won't be. You just have to beat 10. So it's still up,
Cool.
but that still means that Atwater can't get through to do anything.
Yeah. I'm gonna get up on the boxes over here in case another one of those lackeys comes through
Mhm.
and hold my action,
Okay.
which is going to be to attack with my 2 axes.
Gotcha. Okay. That makes it Vex's turn.
Right. Let's see here. If I move forward to about there. Whoops, wrong button. Let's try this again. Moving forward to there. I can't see much from there. Do I see what this is?
Yeah,
on the
that's one of the
edges?
Goblin Warriors, and then Queen Barg. Not Queen Bargnot, but the sniper are the ones that
The
are
sniper?
directly on the other side there.
Is
And
that
I would say they have half cover around the corner.
okay? But it is melee range.
Yeah.
Okay. Then I will snick or snack with the flame tongue. Can't do that, so just a straight up good old fashioned roll. 10 to hit. It's not
Okay.
great.
Which 10 is not going to hit either of them. You didn't say
Oh.
which, but it won't.
Sorry, it was the sniper. Is what
Okay.
I meant to
Yeah.
my head, but I didn't hit him anyway. And then bonus action to move back to here.
They're both going to get an
The
opportunity.
The one I attacked does not.
Okay.
The other one does.
All right. Well, Goblin Warrior then is going to slash at you with the short sword. Gets a 22 to hit
Oof.
for
Yep.
3 piercing damage.
Okay. I might as well react to that and let me take. Is it 1, 2? What's the half of that?
1.
Right. Uncanny dodge.
All right.
That's it.
Okay. Queen Bargnot is ducking in front of the tunnel again to fire her short bow again. She's...
Does the doorway go all the way up to the ceiling? Because that's where I'm hanging out now.
Okay, well, so let me pull up the very specific descriptions of them. Because I was thinking she would probably, if you were looking right through the tunnel, she would, but she's also a little bit back from it. So let's read the actual descriptions here. So, features of the Hideaway. The dirt ceilings are 15 feet high. The secret doors, the doors are 8 feet. So yeah, you would be able to, if you were on the ceiling. I think she would probably. I think from this angle, I'll say you have half cover. Does that sound fair?
Yeah, absolutely.
Like if you were like closer to the door, she wouldn't have as much of an angle, right? Yeah, so she's going to fire once at you and once at Atwater, who she can see now. So first, she's firing at Valen Spider. Ooh, that's crit for 11 piercing damage.
Ow.
Ooh. So if I pop out of spider form while I am on the ceiling,
You will fall.
yeah.
Yeah. You're going to fall and take 1 bludgeoning damage and land prone.
Okay, and you said it was originally how much damage that she shot me for? 11?
Yes,
The damage doesn't carry over.
it
for
does
form.
carry over.
It does?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Like if she had 10 spider hit points left, she would take 1 back in this form. Okay. I think that she chuckles to herself as she sees that happen, but then still aims at Atwater with the other one, getting an 8 to hit.
Nope.
And then she says, "I said, get in here!" And she's yelling again, and we'll roll, see how many come this time. Another 1. Okay, well, 1 more. Goblin Lackey shows up. This time I'll say it is right by where you are, Atwater, and so you're ready to attack.
Yay. All right. First attack is a dirty 20.
Okay, well, that certainly hits. And the lackeys are minions too, so you're gonna kill him.
He's dead.
Actually, let me double check that. I believe that's correct. No, they definitely are. Yeah, they're minions. Yeah. So they any damage will take them down. Okay, yeah. So that one is. And then she just grumbles to herself, like, I have to do everything myself. And then she's gonna move out of the way again. Yeah. Okay. And that makes it, the Goblin Lackey doesn't get a turn. Okay. All right. You know what? She is gonna. You hear her whispering something. In the other room. Okay. That is now it's Toblob's turn. He's gonna move forward into the tunnel. 10, 15, 20. Into here, and he's going to slash at the goblin warrior with his sword, or with his daggers, rather, is what he has. And he gets a 17 for 6 piercing damage and kills that one.
All right.
Okay, and then he's gonna let me double check if I think he also has that crafty thing, so he can. Did I close that one? Yeah, there we go. Oh no, he doesn't. So he is going to back off, but at the risk of an opportunity attack from. I'm going to clamber up onto the crates there, but the sniper can try to make a dagger attack. Wow, and he hits for 5 piercing damage, but Toblob is a little hardier than some of these other warriors, so he's still okay. Okay, and that makes it, Valen, your turn again. Probably want to stand up.
Yeah. Yep, I'm gonna stand up and I'm gonna go over here and I'm going to drop the concentration on the bonfire.
Okay.
Which I probably should have done anyway. But
Well, you know, it's
Yeah.
It defines the terms of battle for the first few rounds. Are you doing anything else? You don't need to use your action to drop it.
well, I had to use my action to stand up, didn't I?
No,
Or
half your
half my
movement.
movement, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you would still have your
really
action.
have anything that'd be super useful. You know what? I'm gonna use cure wounds on myself.
Okay. Not a bad idea.
Yay. Awesome. Okay. Now I'm done.
Okay. That makes it the sniper's turn, but as you don't see what he does. I think actually, you know what? I'll just go ahead and allow that all of you hear a receding, shouting goblin voice saying, "Alarm! Alarm! There's invaders!" So, yeah. So, you know, consider how that might change things. All right.
Okay.
Probably should have put crates in front of the other door.
All right, and then yeah, let's see. We got those guys on here. Well, you know, consider. All right, and that is okay. Yeah, so heads up, you're gonna have company in a little bit here. Okay, and so that was the sniper's turn. The warrior would have had a turn, except now he's dead. Atwater.
All right. I am gonna move in here. That's 10. That's 15. I can't see anything in there.
You don't have dark vision.
Nope, I don't. I'm back out
Hmm.
and do the same thing I did last time, which is just hold my axe action uh, in case any more minions come.
Sure. Okay. Let's see. I think. Yeah. Okay. Something happens that you don't see. Vec, your turn.
All right. Let's see. I might as well take another run, seeing what's in the room. Now that there's no fire, I can walk all the way in as soon as I grab the right tool. There, and then there. All right. So it's just Queenie.
Yeah. That's all that's left in the room right now.
Bonus action to dash. So I'll move right up. Snicker snack. Let's see if I can go after the queen. That is a 23 to hit.
Okay. Yeah, that certainly
all
hits.
the circumstances allow me sneak attack, so that's 27 points of damage.
Woof.
Let's see how much movement I've got left. There's no other ways out of that room. Oh, great. Oh, wait, there is a door up here. Okay. Oops, we need to close it.
No, that door is opened.
Yeah, no, I accidentally closed it. Let's see, it was 5, 15, and I can get back to there.
What are you doing?
I've got a bit of movement left, so I'm just
Okay.
debating whether I want to move.
All right. Well, decide. We're in a big initiative now.
Sure. Let's see. I have 5. Let's see more in there. And then 10, 15. Let's see. There. So it does a big tour around. There's more in the other room, but but the queen's alone. There. That's
All
it.
right. Okay. That makes it the lackey's turn. And let's see. What is their movement speed? Okay, 30 feet. All right. So. Okay. Yeah, so another bit of stuff that you don't see. You don't see the the result of here, but and then it is the queen's turn, and none of you have eyes on her right now, so. All right. Okay. Then this one. Where is I need my token for her. This is big and complicated now. Okay. All right. So, I think that you all hear a buzzing sound, like a swarm of insects, perhaps. And suddenly, through that door, swarming into the room right to you, Vec, is a swarm of skitterlings, which are horrible little clawed insects. And they move right into your space. And they're going to try to claw you to death. Wow. I'm just getting there. It's only an 8 to hit. The monsters are rolling like crap tonight. It's incredible because you don't know what their modifier is. So when I tell you an 8, you don't know what the roll on that was. I'm telling you it's bad. All right. So, but yes, you are nonetheless surrounded by a swarm of horrible insects that are trying to get at you, Vec. All right, and then it is Toblub's turn, and he is going to try to help you kill some of these skitterlings. Vec, he's kind of like, oh God, no, not the skitterlings. And he's going to attack with his daggers. Going to get a 23 to hit for 9 piercing damage, which gives me all the tokens. Okay. And so he starts slashing with his daggers, carefully avoiding you, Vec, and he kills a few of them. But the swarm remains. Valen.
Okay, well, just because I feel like you've put in some effort on this map, so I'm gonna go up here. I want to open this other.
Yeah, you open the door, and right on the other side is a whole bunch more goblin lackeys.
Because of course.
Yeah, they were waiting to open the door and swarm in on their next turn.
I will save them the trouble.
Hmm.
So,
So
okay.
opening
Just
the
close
door
the
is
door
use an
again.
object action. I would usually say that's an action to do that, but because for comedy value, say you can slam it again. But I mean, again, there's no lock on
Yeah. Um,
it. It's like, oh, sorry.
actually, I'm gonna use my bonus action and Misty Step. Let's see. Kind of hard to figure out where. Could go straight back. It's where I can see, right? That's what it says. Let me double check it. 30 feet.
Hmm.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep. So, boop.
Right.
See what happens.
Look, there's a bunch more in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a party.
Okay. So that was your bonus action, and you
Mhm.
used your action opening the door. So I guess you have movement left if you want some.
And yeah, I don't know how or where I would. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. This probably wasn't my smartest decision, but whatever.
Um, at the end of your turn, Queen Bargnot is going to use one of her villainous actions, um, and say, "What are you waiting for?" And every ally within 60 feet of her who can hear her can either move up to their speed or make a melee weapon attack with no action required. And so, basically, um, I think the 4 that are right here are going to go ahead and just make their attacks. Um, gosh, there's so many different things. You guys you've angered the whole hornet's nest now. So hold on, let me get all their stuff.
That's kind of like what we just
Yeah,
do in
no, I know,
general.
I love it. I'm very happy. I'm just apologizing that it's going to take me a little bit to get all of the different things that they can do. So the one that is to your south is Ugna, who has like a big great axe, and they're going to great axe you, or they're going to try anyway. And they get a 7 to hit, so that's a miss. The one up here to your upper left, where I just had it open, is the no. Okay, there we go. This one looks like sort of a witch doctor vibe. And they are going to uh, reach out and touch you with horrible, gross-looking claws, or they're going to try anyway. They only get 11 to hit, which I assume misses.
Correct.
Yeah. Okay. 2 lackeys are going to hit. They're going to try to do a group attack, but they only get an 11 as their group attack as well. However, the several of these other creatures here are like moving in to surround you. And then, yeah, let's see what he's doing.
Are you gonna call for help?
And then,
Now my turn.
I'll let you get one of these as these goblin lackeys are flooding into the room. I will let you make your opportunity attack, your held action at water.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna go after 2 different ones. So the first one is a 13 to hit.
Okay. 13 misses, unfortunately. This was your held action, so it's just one attack.
Oh.
It's not your turn yet.
Oh, okay. So it's just one.
Okay, so yeah, unfortunately, the held action didn't hit, but you've got plenty more targets for your next turn proper.
All right. Yay.
So as these other characters are flooding in, yeah, let's see. One of the this one right here seems to wave his hands around and he summons shadows, creating a 10-foot sphere of magical darkness that he's going to put right there. Atwater, Vec, and Toblob are now enveloped in magical darkness.
Okay.
And then, gosh, I have like so many different, so many different things going on here. Okay, so let's see. It was Valen's turn, and then the villainous action that caused all of that activity. So now, it is Goblin Sniper's turn. I'm going to try to shoot you with their short bow, Valen, but they only get an 11 because none of the characters can roll above a 10 on the die tonight. That's not entirely true, but now the hex spitter is going. The curse spitter, excuse me, is going to try to. She casts a hex on you, Valen, and your bones are racked with pain until the end of the curse spitter's next turn, your body is suddenly racked with pain. There's no damage this time, but you sort of suddenly feel like if you try to move or do anything, it's going to hurt, and you might have to make a save or take damage. That's their turn. That one's turn, and then the warriors are all. There's one in here is going to try to push past, going to make one short bow attack against at disadvantage because he's shooting into the darkness against Atwater. That's only an 11, so they miss. Mm-hmm. Atwater, it is now your turn, but you are also blind in darkness and surrounded by goblins and also the skittering swarm of stuff that's all over Vec. Things are like suddenly have taken a turn, it seems like.
Yep. I'm gonna, and it's magical darkness because I can't even see Sparky.
Right.
So from
if you were to climb onto the boxes to the south here, it would take you out of it.
Oh, okay. So
you'll get some opportunity attack from one lackey.
Okay.
And that's a 19 to hit for 1 piercing damage.
All right.
And make a dexterity saving throw.
Good luck. Nope. 8.
Okay. All right. You take 1 more piercing damage as they kind of just they do lots of tiny, quick little stabs.
Okay.
All right. But now you have moved up there. You can now see again.
Okay. Can I see the 2 in front of me?
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to attack them. 1 each.
All right.
And I'm Not gonna hit the first one. I will hit the second one.
Okay. Yeah, an 8 will miss, but the 21 will hit, and that's another minion, so take that one down.
Yay.
Okay.
I am hold on. I have a bonus action where I can get no, I'm gonna hold on to that.
All right. Okay, so that makes it Vex's turn. You are swarmed and now in the darkness as well.
Things look bad, but things have looked bad before. Bonus action, disengage,
Okay.
and then just slide to my left
Mm-hmm.
and see what I can see. Nothing
Yeah.
there.
So you emerge from the swarm and the darkness, but also now the room is empty.
Okay, and edge my way up there for another 10 feet. Still can't see anything because that stupid door. 20 feet. 25.
It's like this room
Rest-
looks like it once had a swarm of skitterlings in it that have been woken up.
But I do see something there.
Sure do.
So I will produce flame and
All right.
toss it at the thing. Let's see here. It's an 8. So I
It's an
missed.
8 to hit. You do attract their attention, however, but you don't hit.
And I think I have 5 more feet of movement. I don't even know
Sure.
how many. So I'm just going to go there.
Okay.
She's moved away. The queen has moved away.
All right.
Well, you also took my light with you.
Funny how that keeps happening. All right.
I offered you a lantern before, so
So, Valen, the one with the axe, is going to try to axe you again. Here, let me ask you a question. And they still rolled an 11. There's how many 11s is this now? All right, lots of 11s. But you know what? I guess I can't be mad because I am attacking you now with like 40 monsters. It's not quite that many. All right. But yes, they miss and they're embarrassed in front of their queen. And now it's the queen's turn. And she is going to fire her short bow at you. Gets a 23 to hit for 6 piercing damage. And then a 13 to hit. The 13, I imagine, doesn't hit.
sorry, against whom?
Valen,
Oh,
Sorry, what? Could you say the first one again?
23 to hit for 6
That one
piercing
does
damage.
hit.
Yeah. Did I not say Valen? That is, yeah, the queen that's who the queen is attacking. All right, so yeah, she hits you with that first one and not the second one, and then she figures she has enough lackeys around her for the moment. Doesn't need to yell for more at the moment. Okay. That makes it the lackey's turn. So you're going to get a group attack from the lackeys against you. Balin. Where is there? There we go. Group attack. And yeah, they get a 21 to hit for 3 piercing damage. Yeah, so 3 piercing damage to you, Valen. And then some of these lackeys are going to run down. And that one is going to attack you, Vec, for an 18 to hit for 1 piercing damage. Let's see. And then got a bunch of lackeys down here that are going to try to swarm up on. I'm going to start deleting the dead ones. I deleted the one that was on the tracker. I'm going to,
Suddenly, all the lackeys froze.
yeah. Okay, I don't remember.
They're all just illusions anyway. That would
Yeah.
be cruel.
They were just 6. Okay, so we're getting a group attack of 3 of them against you, Atwater. But they all get a critical fail to hit. No damage for you. It's a disadvantage one against Toblob. They also miss. And that is their turn. It is now the swarm of skitterlings that is going to chase after Vec because they have blind sight. And they got a taste. They liked it. Spicy. So they're going to try to claw at you again. This time they get a 17 to hit. Does that hit you, Vec?
Oh, yes.
Okay. So that's 12 slashing damage. And I need you to make a constitution saving throw.
I will use my uncanny dodge to
Sure.
reduce that, but
Good.
and it's a dexterity.
Yeah, constitution. This is for poison.
Constitution.
Yeah.
Oh. Well, that's terrible.
Okay, so you are blinded until the start of the skitterling's next turn.
Too late to surrender or join their side.
Well, I mean, okay. That was the skitterlings. Toblob's turn. He is also going to just jump down over to here to get out of the darkness and fire off a couple of thrown daggers at some of these lackeys. Gosh, this is complicated with all of these guys. So, first one misses, but the second one is a crit and kills another one. Okay. Norica, one of the goblin, looks like an officer. And I don't think I had their stats pulled up, so let's get them. There we go. What do they do? Mostly they're gonna, they are gonna just, they're gonna just fire 2 short bow, weapons, attacks against Atwater. Straightforward. 17 to hit, and then a crit.
Yes,
Ooh. So the 17 misses, is that what you said?
that's what I said.
Okay,
Yep.
well, good. But the crit does hit for 14 piercing damage.
Ow.
All right. Yeah, this is going poorly. I leveled you guys up because there was only 3 of you, but also you ended up kind of stirring up the hornet's nest and then separating yourselves. So we're getting close to 10. Would you like to keep going for a little bit, or do we want to perhaps call it a cliffhanger?
I mean, I can go for a little while. I don't think it's going to get much better.
Well,
Yeah, I mean,
one
it's
thing that
10
we could
o'clock, yeah.
potentially do, if you're interested, is that next week with Jenny, we could sort of pick things back up here with another PC to come in and maybe try to help rescue you. What do you? I mean, tell me what you think. If you'd rather just get back to the main campaign, that's fine too.
I'm good either way, really.
Okay. Do you want to do at least another couple of rounds here, or?
I'm good to go.
Okay.
Yeah, sure.
All right. Okay, so Valen, it would be your turn, although you are currently feeling the effect of this strange hex on you. So, what would you like to do?
I would like to ask which one of these is the queen because I can't see labels.
This one.
That one up there?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, I am going to cast make sure I'm on the right thing. Ice Knife at
Okay.
3rd level at
Yes.
her.
Good. Good. I like that.
All right. And
Okay. A 17 just hits.
yes. Yes, yes, yes. Okay.
Nice. Okay. So that's what's the initial damage for the strike?
Let's make sure I'm doing it right. Hit the target takes 1d10 piercing damage.
But you
The
also
cold damage
upcast it.
increases. Okay, yeah.
Okay.
But it increases the cold damage
Okay.
and not the initial damage.
All right, so we'll go ahead and
That's
roll
what I was
the
checking for.
d10 so 5 d10 or 5 damage for the piercing, and then it's a dex save for everyone within 5 feet.
Yes.
Okay.
So
Well.
13.
Okay. So the queen makes a dex save and gets an 8. However, she has a fancy thing where let's see the way it's put. It's called Take My Pain. When Queen Bargnot fails a saving throw against a spell or other supernatural effect, she can choose a willing creature within 30 feet of her that basically will end up taking the effect for her. So she will not take the cold damage. Or she'll take. Do they take half if they save, or is it no cold damage if they save?
Let me double check again. This thing is rolling weird.
Okay. I mean, it looks like So
shard
it
explodes.
Oh,
It
so
doesn't say half damage anywhere.
Okay, so I think if they save, they don't take the cold damage, which means she doesn't take the cold damage. It's 13 cold damage is what I'm looking at here. So, but she picks one of her allies to take the cold damage instead, essentially. So I'll say she picks that lackey who suddenly freezes up. She still took the initial ice knife damage, but then I'll make the save for the sniper. That's a 13. What did you say? 13 just makes it, right? And then
yeah.
And then the curse 13. Spitter fails. It's going to take 13. And they're a little tougher, but that still hurts them a fair amount. And then one of these lackeys gets a 17. But you, because you had this hex, you need to make a Constitution saving throw against the pain that this hex is making you feel.
This is gonna go well. Oh, it's not bad.
Okay,
15.
yeah, so that's a success. So you're not going to take any necrotic damage this turn. And in fact, the hex the hex wears off, but when that character is up again, she could potentially re-up it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me. All right, so it is now the sniper's turn. And they're gonna climb up around here and try to hide because their thing is to try to do it from hiding. Oh, and this time they do hide. You don't see where they go, but then you're going to see them again here in a second because they're going to come back around and they get an 18 to hit. And then it's going to be 15 piercing damage.
18 does not hit.
18 does not hit?
Does not hit. I have a 19.
How do you have a 19 with the shield? Okay.
because with one of the thing that I picked it when we were first making these characters
Yeah.
was the roulette hide armor.
Oh, right. Okay. Yeah. All right. All right. All right. All right. Nice. Okay. Well, good. Good for you then. That then you don't take that damage, and the goblin sniper says rats. All right, and then it is this curse spitter again, um, who narrows her eyes, and I think as you're looking at her, um, something seems a little off about her. She's like she looks like a goblin more or less, but like something is like she almost looks like someone tried to make what looks like a goblin, like a sculpture or goblin costume or something like that. So something's a little weird about her. But she is going to try to touch you again with her weird, awful clawed nails, and gets a 22 to hit, and that's 6 poison damage, and another Constitution saving throw. Ooh, there you go. No, you are
That's a
not
natural
poisoned.
20.
Not poisoned. All right. Great. Now, down here, this guy is going to try to... that is... Where is... He's the... Yeah, he is going to actually run up... can you not see it all now, Atwater, or...
I can see a tiny little bit into the other room where the
Right.
queen was originally, but I'm standing in total darkness.
Okay. Yeah, so I think this guy runs in here and he's going to attack you with his scimitar. He gets a 20 to hit for 4
That
slashing.
will hit. 4?
Yeah.
Okay.
And the goblin warrior.
At some point, I assume I will get to go again.
It is almost your turn. The goblin
Okay.
warrior shoots you with a 17 to hit for
Miss.
short bow. All right. So now it is your turn.
Okay.
You know that you've got all of these guys around you. You've got Toblob to your left, but
Okay.
you can make attack rolls with disadvantage even though if you can't see them.
I'm gonna light a torch.
Okay, there you go.
I have a torch, and I'm gonna light it.
Okay.
So that will give me some light. That will be my action, and then for my bonus action.
There you go.
Bonus action. I can do second wind, which will get me back 14 hit points.
Nice. Okay. Okay, and so that is your turn.
Yep.
Vec, it is your turn. You've got the swarm of bugs on you again.
And I'm blinded, and yeah. I might as well take a blind strike at the bugs. Let's see here. Oops. Is it? There we go. Blind strike at the bugs. 10 to hit. Nope. Okay.
Unfortunately, no. Yeah.
Uh,
I mean,
bonus.
so yeah, so you would still be blinded, but you can move out of their space.
Yep. Bonus action, disengage. And because he's still blinded, he will trace along the wall and try to find his way. I can't actually see how far that is because the control palette is now covering where I was. At least 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. There you go. And hey, there's some light in the hallway now, which means they can all attack him. But that's it. I don't know when or if the poison wears off, but
It's at the start of this swarm's next turn. So that's
All right.
almost yeah. So you have one turn of being blinded basically, unless it gets you again.
It'll get me.
Oh yeah, maybe. All right, Valen, the one with the axe, is going to try one more time, or maybe more than one, but he's going to try to hit you with his with this great axe again. And they are just having the hardest time hitting you. That is a 13 to hit. At least it's not an 11. All right. So that's still not going right. Great. The queen is there, and she is going to fire a couple of arrows at you. And that's an 8 to hit, and then a 10 to hit. And that's, yeah, obviously not what she wanted. And
I feel like
she's
I'm
going.
just getting real lucky with their rolls. Because theoretically, I should not still be breathing.
Well, you know, you have a high AC. That makes a big difference. And then she is, yeah. So I think, yeah, she will just leave it at that for now. And then the swarm is going to try to follow you, Vec. Which I'm sure is annoying. It gets a 10 to hit this time, unfortunately. So,
Okay, that's a miss.
yeah. All right, Toblob's turn.
Does the poison wear off at that point?
Yes. Yeah, the poison wears off at the start of the swarm's turn. So you are no longer blinded. And then Toblob's turn. And he is going to attack ranged daggers against first the lackey in front of him. Kills that one. And then I think, oh, you know what? I lost the lackeys that were on the initiative again, so they should they'll get a turn in a second here. But is going to kill that one and then make one more attack against this tougher goblin that's next to you. Wow, a 22 to hit for 7 piercing. So it stabs this one pretty good. This guy right here. Okay, now it's the lackey's turn though. This one's going to wander out of here. So you get 2 lackeys worth of attack against you, Atwater. And where are they? Here we go. That's a 9 to hit. Not going to do it.
Nope.
You got 2 coming down to attack you, Vec, through the swarm. They get a 10 to hit. You got 2 attacking you, Valen. They get a 24 to hit for a grand total of 2 piercing damage. All right. But now, let's see, Goblin Underboss Norica she's going to yell, "Get reckless, everyone!" And that means that that's a bonus action, and so all of her allies within 30 feet of her are going to be reckless for the next turn.
Okay.
And then she's going to fire off 2 short bow attacks, 1 at you and 1 at Toblob. Against you is a 17. Against Toblob is a 9, so she misses on both. Valen, your turn.
Okay. I was trying to remember what the rule is with, like, you can cast a spell and, like, a bonus action could be a cantrip, right? Or
Yeah. Well,
vice
so,
versa.
okay.
So, okay.
If you have one thing that's an action and one thing that's a bonus action, you can do both in a turn if one is a spell and one is a cantrip.
Okay.
They can't both be spells. They could both be cantrips.
So, okay. This is what I want to do.
Mhm.
I want to cast Create Bonfire where she's at,
Okay.
and then I wanted to use Healing Word as bonus action. Can I do that?
Yes, create bonfires cantrip, right? So,
Yes.
all right. So she's going to make dex save. Is that right?
Yes. 13.
Okay. She does save. She gets a 17.
But that area is now on fire.
Right.
And where's my Healing Word? There you are. Hmm.
Right.
Way. Okay. All right.
Okay.
Yep. That's what I'm doing.
All right.
What I'm doing. Yeah.
So the sniper is going to try to hide again. He gets a 17, which means it beats your passive. And then he's going to fire his short bow at you again with advantage, which he gets a 24 for 4 plus 1d6. So 9 total piercing damage. And then the curse spitter is she's looks like she's casting a spell on you, and I need you to make a wisdom saving throw. Oh no, that's a failure. You are suddenly overwhelmed with dizziness and you fall prone. And while you are affected by this dizziness spell, you can't stand up. You could potentially crawl while prone, but you can't stand up. But you can repeat the save on the end of your turn. Okay. And then this guy, the goblin assassin, is going to try to stab you with his dagger, or slash you with his scimitar again, Atwater. And
Okay.
this time he got a 19 to hit
That will hit.
for 7 slashing damage.
All right.
All right. The goblin warrior is going to fire his short bow. Gets a 22 to hit for 4 piercing damage.
Against 2.
You.
Okay.
All right. But it is now your turn.
Okay. I am going to use.
One thing I'll remind you tactically is that
Yeah.
there are a lot of the lackeys, but they don't actually do very much damage. It might be
Right.
beneficial if you can to try to take out the heavier hitters.
That's what I was going to do.
Mhm.
I was going to use my Ring of the Ram,
Okay.
and I'm going to use 2 charges, and try and hit the big guy with the scythe in front of me.
Sure.
The,
Yeah, this one. Okay.
Uh,
Does he need to make a save or oh boy,
No.
that's a natural one though, unfortunately. Yeah, I think it unfortunately it discharges a little too early and is misdirected.
Yep. And so that was my action. And I've used my bonus action already. So if I move I'm gonna take opportunity attacks.
Yeah, you really only can move to the left or back into the darkness because you're blocked every other
Yeah,
direction.
but Sparky went left,
Oh
so
yeah, no, I'm not telling you not to do it. I'm just saying that's the only way you can
yeah. One.
go. Mm-hmm.
So I'll
Yeah.
take
Yeah.
whatever opportunity attacks.
Yeah. So, um, wow, a critical with the scimitar for 9. And then the lackeys collectively get a 6 to hit. So that's it.
All right.
All right. But they also now can't see through the darkness.
All right. And just for giggles, I'm gonna close that door.
Okay. Nice. Okay, cool. Vec, it is your turn.
Right, these little buggers. Bonus action for steady aim. And then I'm going to chop away at these little bastards who've been chopping away at me.
Yeah.
Let's see if I can. There we go. That is a 25 to hit,
Certainly will hit.
and that's 24 damage.
Wow. Okay. You do not entirely eliminate the swarm, but they are vastly depleted. They're not going to do nearly so much damage now. There's only a couple of them left.
Okay, well, that's the end of the turn.
Okay. Great Axe Goblin's is really feeling pretty dejected at this point. They're pretty determined that they want to hit you with their Great Axe, Valen, but this time they got an 18 to hit. It's like that was a good swing. They're feeling sad now. Okay. It's the queen's turn. She's going to move away from this bonfire you created. Jump up onto the bed there, and fire her arrow at you. 21 to hit for 8 piercing, and then a 19 to hit for 7 piercing.
Bye.
Oh no. Okay. So you're unconscious then?
Mm-hmm.
Did the first one do it, or did it take both?
The second one.
Okay.
I had 5 left.
All right. Okay. Great. Well, great is relative. But all right, as she cackles with satisfaction as you slump to the ground. And then she says, "Now go after the others." It's the lackey's turn, so these two are going to dash. I'm going to start, delete some of these. And then I think you hear Atwater. You hear a couple of thumps that sound like maybe arrows fired into the closed door. The swarm of skitterlings is very depleted. It's going to go ahead and give it its best go. It gets a 23 to hit, but only 7 piercing damage this time.
I can see it though, so I will uncanny dodge that because
Okay, yeah.
it's getting painful.
Then Constitution saving throw.
Oh yeah.
Okay,
15 this
you are
time.
not blinded though.
Oh good.
Yeah. All right. Toblob's turn. He was left behind by Atwater. But you know what? He's going to go ahead and keep
Oh,
doing
I'm
what he's doing.
sorry.
Yeah, that's all right. You ran away and then closed the door.
I perceived him as
No, I understand.
one of the enemies. I forgot
Yeah.
he was there.
Yeah, he's this one right here. But that's all right. He's gonna keep he is going to go after these other guys here. It's a 7 to hit. Not going to do it. A 9 to hit, though, for 6 piercing damage. It's got this guy almost dead. Now, the goblin underboss, though, is going to run and jump up here and try to hit him with a short sword.
Can any of us actually see what's
crit.
going on right now?
Yeah, you don't know what's going on with this guy. Gets a crit and then another hit. So that's going to be 19. Yeah, he's almost down. And after those 2 attacks, it's like, oh, okay, well, this is a very different situation for me. Valen, you want to make a death saving throw for me? Okay, that's 1 failure. The sniper's turn. Going to start moving up through here. I'm going to take the hide action. Now it's this curse spitter, and you are only peripherally aware of this, Valen, but you remember those horrible, awful, like dripping clawed fingers, and you just feel them gently caress your cheek and just say, "You'll be all right." And you are stabilized.
Weird, but okay.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I like it.
Well, we'll see, huh?
About this.
Morky the assassin is going to try to hit Toblob and does, and takes him down. Unconscious. I think through the door, perhaps just muffled Atwater, you hear, "Put him back in the cage."
Okay.
It is your turn now, Atwater.
And I've got 2 lackeys right in front of me.
Yeah.
I will use my axes again. And hopefully I will hit this time. 14.
14 hits. 1 down.
Yep.
And yeah, the minions go down with any hit.
Yep.
Yeah.
I know. I still want to roll down.
Sure. Hey,
I've been missing tonight.
Yeah.
All
And
right.
22. All right. You take 2 of those lackeys down.
Boom, boom.
Okay. Anything else on your turn?
No. No. I need to take my potion of healing, but that will have to wait.
Okay, Vec.
Well, I'm done with these little wankers. Let's just step out.
So first step is to there. So
Okay.
there might be an opportunity attack from.
No.
Well, actually, there'll be the opportunity attack.
Well,
from
there
both.
there will be for the lackey and the swarm. The swarm gets a 16 to hit.
Okay.
Does that hit?
Yes.
7 slashing, and you need to make the Constitution saving throw again.
Yeah, I'll take the 7. Probably gonna be blinded. I'm blinded.
Oh no! Right. And the lackey gets a crit for a grand total of 1 piercing damage.
Okay. Well, feeling my way along the wall.
Mm-hmm.
So 5, 10, 15. Finding the door.
Mm-hmm.
That's 25, 30.
Okay. Okay. the one with the goblin with the battle axe that you don't really know anything about.
Well,
Hmm?
Are they reacting to me entering the room?
No, their turn is next.
Okay,
So I
but
was just...
I'm not quite done.
Okay, well, go ahead.
I take the dodge action.
Okay. So
There's
they're going to
dodging and
move in.
weaving and blind.
Sure. So it's going to basically be a straight attack instead of advantage.
Yeah.
Yeah. Going to swing a battle axe with you, but gets a critical fail, and I'm going to say they hit the sniper instead because the sniper was hiding right there. So they're going to take 4 damage. It doesn't kill them, but like certainly they don't appreciate it. All right. That was their turn. It is the queen's turn. And the queen is grumbling something. The bonfire would probably go away when you went unconscious, right? Yeah, I can assume so. The queen is going to come down here and is going to fire some arrows at disadvantage. I guess just straight against back. Ooh, crit. Okay, we're making up for the 11s earlier. So, whoa! That's back-to-back crits.
Great.
You don't see those rolls, right?
Nope.
Let me just... All right, let's see. Look at that.
Yeah. Yep. That'll do it.
Yeah, so that's a total of 18 over 2 attacks.
Okay. Still standing.
Yeah. All right. Are you not uncanny dodging one of those? Or
I can't see them.
Oh yeah. Okay. All right. The swarm of skitterlings, what remains of them, is gonna actually go after Atwater now. They are going to try to bite you and claw you, Atwater, but they only get a 10.
They miss.
Mm-hmm. All right. Toblob is unconscious. The Norica, the underboss, drags him and puts him back in a cage. And Valen, it is your turn. You are stabilized, but I think you start to have unsettling dreams about weird demonic frog-like creatures.
Knew it. Damn it. Okay.
And you are only vaguely aware of it as this goblin starts dragging you down the hallway. Let's see. This guy is gonna drop that darkness and push through to open the door here and attack you, Atwater, with his scimitar.
Jerk.
Yeah. 24 to hit for 7 slashing.
No. I'm still standing.
Okay. All right. This is like there's a battle of attrition going on here, right?
I would say not quite.
Well, I mean, there's less of them now than there were.
It's hard to count that high.
Yeah. Okay, Atwater, it is your turn. This tougher goblin that just hit you with the scimitar is looking extremely wounded.
Yeah, so am I. I'm gonna take my potion of greater potion of healing.
I'll let you do that with a bonus action.
Oh, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
That will give me 13 points, which is not great. And then I am going to try again with the last charge in the Ring of the Ram.
Okay.
To hit the guy with the scimitar.
Great.
Let's try not to roll a natural one. 24.
That'll do it. Okay, so what happens?
So I have hit him for 2d10.
Nice.
And he is pushed 5 feet away from me.
That is almost certainly going to kill him.
14 points.
Oh, yeah. way more than you needed. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and say overkill rule of like you did enough extra damage and shoved him back into this other lackey that it kills them too.
Yay! That's what I was hoping.
Yeah. Blammo.
All right.
And then I keep deleting the lackey that's on the tracker. All right. Okay, so that was. Anything else on your turn? You do still have these skitterlings, the few that remain, kind of all over you, but.
Yeah, but that was my
Your action, and you did bonus
My
action with
action.
the so you could
Yeah.
move if you wanted. Vec
Okay.
did run back up into the next room.
So I will.
Yeah, I think as you move up there, you see like, oh look, there's goblins in here attacking Vec, who seems to be unable to see at the moment.
All right, Vec, I'm next to you.
All right, now it's Vec, your turn.
When does the blind?
So the
They've had a turn.
skitterlings, you were blinded by an opportunity attack on your turn.
Mm-hmm.
So you will be not blind anymore on the swarm's turn. No, actually, you know what?
The swarm just had a turn, didn't it?
No.
It attacked dude, didn't it?
Well, again, because he moved out of its.
Well, no, it went over to attack him first, right? It had a turn to attack him.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. You're right. Okay, so I'll say you're not blinded now. I think it's complicated because when it happened on your turn, so it should be one round because you didn't. Okay, never mind. It's fine.
Okay. I'm just wondering, who do I see here? I've never seen them before.
Yeah, you see one of them. The one on the left here is the sniper.
Okay. I have seen him before.
Yeah, and the one up here in the doorway is the queen.
That's
This
the
other
queen?
one that's here has a great axe. You haven't seen them before.
Okay.
The sniper is the most wounded.
Yeah, but I've only got one chance. Bonus action disengage,
Okay.
and then move up and attack the queen.
All right.
That's all I got. 19 to hit.
A 19 does hit.
And that is a sneak attack because I'm the only one next to her.
Oh yeah, the rakish audacity.
So 21 points of damage.
Oh man, she has 22 hit points.
I'm done.
Yeah, so she is extremely wounded and looks extremely alarmed by all of that. Yeah. In fact, I think she is going to, at the end of your turn here, let's see if one of her villainous actions makes sense. Let's see. She's going to say, kill this one! And what this villainous action says, each ally within 60 feet who can hear her can make a weapon attack with advantage against the target she specifies. And if the attack hits, it does extra damage. There's
Don't worry
only
about counting
2
the
in this
damage.
case that would do it. But we'll see.
Don't worry about extra damage. Just see if they hit.
Okay. A 21 to hit.
Yep, he's down.
Okay.
I had 1 hit point.
All right.
Does the other one attack as well?
No, I think if you go down, they don't bother. For some reason, these goblins seem to take prisoners. All right. That was Vec's turn. So, the one with the great axe. So this is just it's repeating the trend of every time I use these hideouts from this book. I tried to level you guys up this time, but this was a tough one tactically the way it worked out. Okay, so the one with the axe Although in some ways, this is just it's reflective of there's dangerous things going on out in the world. But the pocket protectors better take care of it and make the world better, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, the one with the battle axe gets a critical fail against you, Atwater, and I'm gonna have them hit the sniper again, which kills it. And I think at that point, um, I think I think they just set down their axe and sit down on the ground.
Okay.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
is
Because
it
they have
mine?
not they managed, I think, one successful hit this whole session.
Oh, wow.
Okay, that makes it the queen's turn, and I think Atwater, you see the queen starts dragging Vec into the other room.
Okay.
They don't get super far though, because Vec's a full size man and Goblin is not very big. Okay, the lackey's turn. You got two of them coming up to attack you, Atwater.
Okay.
They get a 14 to hit, so probably won't hit.
Miss.
Okay. The swarm of skitterlings is chasing after you. And get a 13 to hit.
Miss.
All right. Toblob's unconscious. The goblin underboss is not concerned with this anymore. Valen's unconscious. You are getting put in another cage, Valen. Atwater, it is your turn again.
All right. I'm going after the queen.
Okay, you can push past this guy, but you're going to take opportunity attacks from 4 creatures.
That's okay.
Yeah. All right, so let me roll those attacks. The swarm of skitterlings gets a 20 to hit.
That will hit.
7 slashing damage.
Still up.
Okay, make a Constitution saving throw to avoid blinded.
25.
Okay, yeah, you save. Okay, let me. So the one with the axe is not participating in this anymore. The lackeys are going to try to attack. They get a 13, so none of them are able to take you down. You can race after the queen.
Okay. 10, 15, 20, 25. All right. So I have gotten to her.
Mm-hmm.
I am
She's
going.
extremely injured.
What?
She's extremely. Yeah, she has 1 hit
And
point.
so am I.
Yeah.
I am going to attack her with my hand axes.
Mm-hmm.
And I am going to use my superiority dice for each roll.
Okay. So the superiority dice usually they add damage to if a hit. Usually.
Maneuvers that are fueled by superiority dice. Maneuvers enhance an attack in some way.
Yeah.
It doesn't say.
Each
Well, you'll be
individual
using-
maneuver says how it does it.
Yeah. So you're using 2 maneuvers basically.
Yeah. Well, you have to when you want to use a superiority die, you pick which maneuver you're doing, and it says what it does.
I'm confused. I've never used that. Okay. Commander's Strike. When you take the attack action on your turn, you can forgo one of the attacks and use a bonus action to
that one's not
direct
going
an
to
ally
do you
to
any
hear you.
good right
No,
now.
that's
That's
not gonna
basically
do
you
it.
can let someone else do an attack for you.
Okay. So I guess I can't. There's no
Is
no
that
reason to use that.
let me pull
That
up.
doesn't. Okay.
So you have You also have maneuvering attack, and commanding presence. Yeah, none of these maneuvers are gonna help you right now unless what you're trying to do is intimidate the queen.
No, I'm not. I'm trying to kill her.
Right.
So I'm going to take 2 attacks, and if I don't hit, I'm going to use my action surge
All
for a
right.
third one. All right. Axe number 1 rolls past the natural 20 to a 2.
Okay. Well,
That will
hey,
miss.
not gonna hit.
The second one, dirty 20.
That will hit.
She did.
Yeah. And then as that happens, I think you hear a goblin that I don't think you ever saw, but it's the one doing all of the cursing, screams, "No! Oh! It's going to be such a pain to find a new queen!" So, and I think, yeah, you don't know necessarily which one it was, but you have definitely downed the queen. She is dead.
All right.
Anything else that you want to do?
Uh,
You're kind of just hoping that's going to make everyone else stand down?
I'm hoping. There's no one in front of me to kill. I
Well,
only
so what
see.
I'm suggesting is that if that is what you hope will happen, you should take steps designed to encourage that result.
I will grab the queen's body and hold her up and uh, walk back into this room and yell out that your queen is dead. Flee for your lives.
All right. I'll let you make an intimidation check with advantage.
Well, this is also the commanding presence maneuver
Yes.
specifically is a bonus to
Yes,
intimidation.
I was just going to say that. Yeah, that is one thing that you can use it for sure.
Okay,
So it can make
I'll get a
intimidation
bonus.
and then add that the
Add a
superiority die.
D8 to whatever I get.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So here's my
Okay, that's
21 plus a D8.
nice.
29.
Okay. I think this is interesting. That is really good. And I love the idea here that all the real goblins flee.
And
I
the
think
fake
so.
ones?
That is your turn, and so, yeah. Basically, the swarm of skitterlings, I think, will just kind of disperse themselves at this point. I'm setting up what I think might be an interesting sort of, walking a razor's edge big finish here. So, lots of these goblins start fleeing. They just start pouring out, through these tunnels. They're all running. But what you and so that's like all their on their turns. They're all running, but then when it comes back up to this one with the who does the curses, she is 30.
I can't see anyone.
I'm
oh.
moving this one right here.
Okay. I see now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, you're moving around. This is why I can't control what you're seeing if you're moving around. That's okay. But yeah, in any case, she comes up, and I will say that for this turn, she she's gonna take her turn, but what she does is she looks at you, and she's taken some damage too. She's not looking super great. And she looks at you and just says, I put a lot of work into this. And you just waltzed in here and ruined it. I'm going to make you and your friends pay for that. And I'm going to have her cast her second dizzy hex of the day on you. And I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Nope.
You are suddenly overwhelmed with dizziness and you fall prone and you can't stand up until you are able to beat that saving throw.
All
And I think
right.
she moves over here to loom over you and cackle. And for a moment, her face almost looks like some horrible, wide-mouthed, tooth-fanged frog face. All right, it is your turn. You are prone, which means that if you want to make melee attacks against her, that's with disadvantage. But you do have your turn.
I am. Can I lie on the floor and um, bind up Sparky? So is there?
I mean,
No,
what
there's
did
not.
you want to do?
Like stabilize marked character.
I mean,
No.
I guess.
Well,
If that's
I guess I'll attack her. I mean,
well, I'm saying you
Yeah.
can do that if that is what you want to decide to do, but she seems like she's going to try to do something to you.
all right. Well, in that case, I'm gonna try attacking her.
Okay.
Um,
Yeah, you
with
are rolling with disadvantage.
all right.
Is that right? Is prone with disadvantage on a melee attacks? I think it is. I'm going to confirm that, but I believe that's true. Go ahead and roll it that way for now.
All right. I got a 14 on the first one.
Okay. Oh, hang on. What is her AC?
It is
Yeah, a 14 does miss.
It is disadvantage on attack roll.
Okay, I thought so.
All
Yeah.
right. The
Okay.
second one misses.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna take my action surge
If
because
not now, then when? I would say.
Yep. And it doesn't matter.
Okay.
It's actually both of your attacks because it's a full action.
Yeah. So you have
Oh.
one more that you can roll.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Wow.
17.
Okay. 17 hits. 17 hits. I think one hit is probably not enough to take her down, but she is considerably wounded again. She
9.
gasps, and she looks pretty hurt, like she couldn't take another one of those. Go ahead and make a repeat your wisdom saving throw.
Okay. 11.
11, unfortunately, is not enough. You're still dizzy. Okay, so it is her turn. Yeah, I think she's just going to go in. Yeah, you know what? I think actually what she's going to do. No, yeah, I think she's going to go in and try to use her toxic touch, which she'll have an advantage because you're prone. Gosh, I'm trying to decide because she's scared. You know what? I'm going to say she uses her action to disengage. You know what? Let's just do this. So she's going to roll the toxic touch. She has advantage because you're prone. She gets a 19 to hit.
That will hit.
8 poison damage.
I have 1 hit point left.
Oh my gosh. Okay, do roll a Constitution saving throw to see if you're poisoned.
I am poisoned. I got a 10.
Okay, yeah. So that means extra disadvantage. Basically, it doesn't otherwise change anything.
Okay.
I think when she misses, or when she hits, but you're not down, she is suddenly like scared about you attacking again, and she's going to try to move away. But you can make an opportunity attack at disadvantage.
Okay. 15.
15 just hits.
All right. I'm going to burn a superiority die to add to the damage.
Well, okay. You know what?
It doesn't matter.
Well, that's not how the superiority dice work. But I mean, go ahead and roll the
But-
damage.
All right. I don't know how these things work.
Well, they
Okay.
let you do the maneuvers as
All right.
written.
Okay.
Yeah.
I got 4 points of damage.
Oh my god.
Do I get the? I don't get.
You
the
know what?
superior-
I will let you roll the superiority die because
Alright.
it's going to make the difference here. You know why? Because she had 5 hit points. So 4 damage.
I
would be-
rolled a 6.
Well, no.
Oh,
But I'm saying
Oh.
that like she would have had just 1.
1.
Yeah.
We would have both been down to 1
All
hit
right.
point.
But I'm kind of allowing this partly because it's very cool, but also just like as I think it's possible that you chose the maneuvers not understanding how the superiority dice worked.
Yeah.
Which is understandable. They are a little bit strange, but in any case, so what happens is she realizes you're not finished off. You're going to have another round of attacks, and she doesn't like that. She, without thinking, jumps away. And describe how you summon up the strength, dizzy, poisoned, at your very limit. How do you finish her off?
Atwater takes his hand axe and he's looking to chop her in the leg to hit the femoral artery and manages to scoop her ankle, trip her, and she falls and she hits her neck on one of the beds and snaps her neck.
And I think as that happens, suddenly her form like balloons out into a medium-sized demon frog-like creature, thrashes around a bit, and then dissolves into like silvery dust.
What the F was that?
While that was all happening, Vec, you want to make a couple of death saving throws for me?
I can roll them. I can't guarantee I'll make them.
I'm on.
Let's see here. First one. Where's the friggin' roll? Oh, shoot. Oh, there it is. Okay. That's a 19. That's not so bad.
Okay.
One success. 18.
Okay.
And a natural 20.
All right, you are awake with 1 hit point. Let me roll a couple of these for you know what? No, I think that Forcan the seeming goblin, the fake goblin, I think she stabilized Toblob in the cage as well because she thought things were all wrapped up here. All right, so all of the goblins have fled with the queen now dead, and apparently the alien power influencing this goblin tribe now also dispatched. I think we can probably hand wave the idea that you are able to then go and eventually revive your, reawaken your unconscious comrades, eventually get them out of the cave or the cages. And it's maybe a little anxiety inducing leaving because you don't know how many of those goblins might still be around somewhere. But you have defeated the evil that was leading these goblins into corruption. And The one last image that I will leave this on, though, is that as you are all victorious, but so very tired and wounded, trying to make your way back to town, we will actually zoom across the woods and find some of these goblins that were fleeing through the forest now. And we will zoom in and show that, like, one of them is kind of holding his stomach, and as he like lifts up his shirt to look, there's a weird sort of like bulging little like thing moving under his skin. It's like, ugh. All right. And so, look, you did it after all.
Oh my god!
Ow.
By the
We've had
skin
so
of
many
our
one-shots like
teeth.
that.
One shots. That's the perfect
Mhm.
description.
Like the
Yeah,
one where it was a
only one-
TPK
Yeah.
until Mark rolled that natural 20, that one with the
Mhm.
lizard people.
Oh yeah.
One hit point left.
Wow.
Very good. Very good. All right, good. I'm very glad that happened because it was going to be a little bit of a bummer if we were just going to like, oh, we're going to end another one where everyone's just been taken prisoner. But
It happens
congratulations,
sometimes.
heroes. And no one down for good. So good job. And I think the plan is now next week we will return to our Pocket Protectors main story as the Pocket Protectors continue exploring Dinuther and trying to figure out what exactly they're hoping to do there.
Yeah.
Maybe.
So we'll be back next week for more adventure on so many levels.
So many levels.
So many goblins.
levels.